What's up, fam? Could y'all hear me out there? Hit one, two, three, something.
All right, that was weird.
All right, that's dope right there. All right, cool. I should be able to hear y'all. Y'all should be able to hear me. What up? Had to get me some lunch. Wait a second for y'all because I didn't know what was going on with my sound. I had no idea, but I do want to appreciate the people for letting me know there was an issue. What up, Stony? What up, Stony? I'm on PC now, Stony. I ain't been on my Xbox forever, G. My man. Who up in here? Y'all see what's going on in the world? These people ain't got nothing else to do. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Here they come. Right on time. But the good thing about it is all the families of the tragic victims, most of them have come out against Black Lives Matter. That's the beautiful thing. Here they come. Little boy walking up the street. It never fell. Why do I always got to get involved? Why do I always got to get involved? But what's going on? That ain't even that big. Somebody walking up the street. Here, let me see if I can get the picture. Shout out to y'all who making it up in here. Y'all know I'm coming with the alternative reality. I got to. It don't make no sense. Y'all think I care about this white dude getting this little dude up out the neighborhood? First of all, we got to examine what the hell is happening and stop taking everything on a racial basis all the time. That's what we got to stop doing. A lot of us is from total different parts of the country. And really be pushing shit to the map. I don't know what happened, but it looked like a bunch of motherfuckers who ain't got shit to do. Today, the man has already went to jail. Did the man go to jail? Did the officer go to jail? Did this white man go to jail? Yes, he did. For putting his hand on the little dude. That's what he went to jail for. Putting his hand. Y'all don't need to go to this man's house and run him out the community. None of that shit, because he went to jail for putting his hands on a little dude, whether it be pushing him or whatever. You got to be charged with some type of assault when you put your hands on somebody. But what was the initial contact? What was the reason behind the altercation? What's the reasoning behind the altercation? The reasoning is the young man, quote unquote, touched or sexually assaulted the other girl. I don't know if that's true or if that's a lie, but that's a reason to be upset. That's a good enough reason to go home. Nothing. Whether he was power tripping, tell me what he did, Lefty. Tell me what the initial argument was for before typing so much in my chat room. I do not like men typing that much in my chat room. I think men, especially chatters, should be able to call it in and voice their opinion. I just hate it. I don't like to be texted by dudes. I don't like to talk to dudes in the chat room. I don't know what that is about. I just hate it. So, tell me what happened. You see how Cordy Jones said it was done to black people in the 1950s? What was done? What was done? Tell me what was done. I need to know. I need to know what the uproar is about. Make sure you hit that like button when you come in home. Ooh, these French fries is delicious. What was done in the 1950s? Oh, I get it. Get out of my neighborhood. That type of thing. Get out my neighborhood, little black boy. Is that what's going on? It's just why Biden said we going back to the Jim Crow era. Is that why they starting this whole thing? Talk to me. 424-209-9506. Are black people getting tired of Black Lives Matter, racially empowering racial subject? Just like Fox News and MSNBC, are people starting to realize this is nothing more than propaganda every time something is happening? I was just watching Geraldo and he was getting cussed out on his show about the same type of thing. Um, what it was this girl? Did he touch this girl? I don't know. That's what I heard. That's what I heard this whole confrontation was about. Was about alleging that this little dude touched this girl, that they walk dogs together or whatever the case is. I'm just looking for an intellectual conversation and dialogue pertaining to the subject matter. You know what I'm saying, Lefty? So call it in. I understand he was power tripping, but was it a threat against anybody? Is just the only guy in the neighborhood they know to be tough and to run this little dude? I don't know. I need to know the stipulations of what's going on. That's for sure before I come to a rational decision that I'm going to go stand in front of these people house and burn it down. I need to know what's going on. Because I'm not falling victim to racially motivated media no more. I would like to come up with my own consensus of why we finna go around this corner and stand in front of these people. How? What's going on? See, because the last 3, 4, 5 times Black Lives Matter don't got involved in stuff, just like this dude out in Chicago, it's been criminal activity going on, and we out there front row and center. Then when a story come out, it's ass backwards. And you got to stand on that, which you initially come out with. I refuse to just come out and hate anybody. I want to know what's going on. Not just because there's a bunch of young men out there and older women for the sake of doing right. 424-209-9506. Let me hook this up to my my machine. And if you want to call in and have a dialogue with the row, I'm here for you. Let me see. 424-209-9506. Are black people getting fed up with Black Lives Matter and all of the hatred and the false love they got for this is delicious. The false love they got for everybody. Are y'all getting tired of it? Are y'all getting tired? Man, I had a great morning start. I'm sorry my sound went out earlier. I had a great subject matter that I was going to discuss earlier. I can see y'all not in class today, so I'm gonna wait. I can see y'all not in class today. I can tell y'all not in class today. This is an open discussion forum. Feel free to call in at any time. I am not the only one who can hold an intelligent conversation concerning these matters. Is black folk tired of Black Lives Matter in America? This is delicious. I had to eat me something. That's all I want to know. I got my green screen. I'm ready for Judge Gills. I got all of my shit ready to go. I just want to know if people is tired of Black Lives Matter in 2021. And if you see that black people is beginning to wake up, that they've been had by this communist Marxist organization. Or are we not just thinking about it? You know. Sometimes I ask myself, am I wasting my damn time talking to these people about these little ideological subverters? Are people really understanding this? What's my thing? Richmond.
To accept, press 1.
Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air? What up?
Yes, sir. Is we tired of the BLM? Most definitely.
What's your name and where you calling from?
Most definitely. It's Marley calling in.
What up, Marley?
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, what you mean?
Oh, man. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't even know what this BLM movement is really about, or what has been forecasting to us for the last, year, almost 2 years now. You know what I'm saying? So like you said, tired of it. Like I'd be explaining to people, my fellow comrades, like, bro, that shit is not for us. You know what I'm saying? It's a deeper substance to what that shit really means. And, you know, like, well, how you know? Hey man, I be in class, bro. You know, I'm learning about this shit. So that's how I know, at least for me to have my own opinion about it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Did you see what happened with this dude, this white dude, and his little black boy in this altercation that they had? You saw that?
I seen a quick little clip of it. You know, I ain't been really trying to get into that type of thing. You feel me? I'm trying to really, I'm looking at things totally different. Just like I wanted to call in yesterday, and I tell you right now, our word of the week, really for the rest of our lives, the word that you said yesterday that hit me the hardest, bro, was accountability. Okay, that one hit me hard because that's something that we don't do. You know what I'm saying? Not let me say we, but us as a people.
Yeah.
Especially behind, like you said, the 13-year-old boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he was just shooting at somebody.
You was out doing. Thank you. You was out doing something that you shouldn't have been doing, bro. So automatically, you are in the wrong. You know, like you said, we are sad that a person had to lose their life, but at the same time, you were out just trying to take somebody's life. So,
you're right.
You know, accountability. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I done had friends send me the video yesterday morning talking about it. Like, look, they killing us. You know, killing the people again. We don't know the story. We didn't know the backdrop until I watched your show. You know what I'm saying? And here it is. The youngster was just riding around trying to catch a body. So
trying to catch a body in Chicago.
Exactly. Come on, in a place that we know is going down already. It's already a damn spirit over that motherfucker that's not good for our people. And
so what if he was just killed somebody and then the police killed him and he's still something? Right. Who cares about this? I don't care.
Yeah,
that's not on me. That's not on black people. That's not on my kids. That ain't nothing. If you allow your children to get out here and hold guns and play around in this gang violence, as a man in my own world, in my own sovereignty, I'm not caring about that when y'all get yourself caught up in this shit.
Exactly. And, you know, and that's how I felt about it too. Like I said, I ain't even been getting wrapped up in that shit. There's the youngster in front of the white man's house too. Like I didn't know what that was, what that's even about. You know, I can't even give that any of my energy. You know,
they said old boy kind of assaulted the girl.
Oh yeah, let's see.
On some, you know when you tug on the bottom of a female's shorts close to her buttocks.
Oh yeah. Oh, they hit him one of those.
Your old girl was like, "What are you doing?"
Don't touch me.
No, oh my God, you fucked that up.
Yes, sir.
You know. So I'm trying to see if it's an act. You will never get the whole story out of this shit because they are already raising hell over something to do went to jail, and it's a community issue. I don't even know if this dude really lived there in the community,
Right.
But just for the sake of being right or wrong, I mean, if you assault somebody when you walk in and the girl is not comfortable with your advancements, what is she to do?
Exactly. Cry help.
Or go. I mean, if that's your community, I lived in these little communities where they go get the biggest dude that they know, which is what's the name, Daddy.
Yeah.
In my community, it'll be Tyrone and them. What's the name? Well, hey, what you doing, my nigga? In their communities, it's old Steve over there, Marine, be talking that big shit. Let's go get him. So, I'm trying to see what this all and does it warrant them forcing him to move and he already went to jail for assaulting a little dude. Who's, you know what I'm saying? Is this really a Black Lives Matter situation? I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't believe so. You know, but like you said, our people are looking at color. As soon as they're looking at black and white, so as soon as they see that, they automatically assume, you know, like that's just what it is. Now, knowing motherfuckers, everybody, I know I got white friends. I got white people. They said Emmett Till.
They said Emmett Till, Marley. They said this is an Emmett Till situation. I'm through with this. That's what they said in the joke. That's what they trying to make me. It's a trigger, bro. It's a fucking trigger, bro.
Boom! Come on, bro.
Like Emmett Till. Oh my God! What?
Whoa! That was deep.
You see this, bro? You see this shit?
That's wild. See, like
the Confederates got us on lock, don't they?
Yes, exactly. Hey, trigger lock. See, they know when to spark them.
Man,
spark them. Because I ain't part of that. No. I ain't part of that crowd no more.
We need to remind them.
They know how to spark them.
When you what's that that letter that supposed to keep blacks enslaved for 400 years allegedly that's out there? This is it. This is that. You say a couple trigger words, put a couple instances out there where a black boy is getting accused of something, and voila, magic.
Right. Boom. Just like that.
And now we in an uproar. You know, I'm finna stop. That could be Mason's little brother. He look like Mason to me.
Come on. Right. You know, and we already know they up to no.
He looked at Shay. If I was talking to him and he looking sideways and he live over there, I'd have been doing the same. Nigga, you don't get up out my neighborhood with this madness.
What the fuck is you doing over here?
What the fuck is you doing? You know everybody. Yeah, we know it. Who is you anyway? I see this all the time. So I'm trying to decipher what the fuck is going on. Who's pumping up this racial manifesto, you know?
Facts. Because me being in the Bay, I'm still hearing about this Asian hate shit. I've been telling niggas, stop joking about that. Boy, y'all killing me. My Asian partner, he said, that kind of sound like Asian hate, bro. I said, stop it. Stop all that shit, man. Y'all trying to run with this shit, boy. That got us fucked up, man.
They got Latino hate too. Stop Latino hate right now. It just started.
Come on. You know, look, when the corn ladies and stuff was getting robbed down there in LA and shit, you know, that started up that shit all over again.
Boy, and guess who's gonna be the attackers? Guess who's gonna be the attacker?
The brothers.
The niggas. It's gonna be a nigga. They're gonna find one, a mistaken identity. They thought it was an Asian lady.
Exactly.
It was a Mexican lady.
Come on.
Mm-hmm. But they got us triggered in this Willie Lynch letter. You do a couple things, you propagate a couple racial, and it has sparked the engine that could.
Go.
Yep, they've trained to go.
They're gonna spark the brain, all right, but not the right one. Not the right one.
Anything else you want to say, brother?
No, that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, my main thing is accountability. Yep. So we need to start taking account for our actions, our own actions, as well as, you know, for the younger kids. And like Checker said yesterday, the parents. You know what I'm saying? It just trickles down to where they was talking that generational curse. You know, like I said, we just got to keep our eyes open, man. Keep the blinders on, stay clear of all this bullshit that's going on. and just get right with God, man.
And
So
don't give in to the racial propaganda that's out there that's on us right now.
Please don't, man. Please don't. That's what's setting us back, man. That's what's keeping us right where they want us. You know what I'm saying? So
thank you, brother.
yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Man, Marley in the building. Yeah, he absolutely right. Tear up your communities and start a race war over some shit that I don't even know what happened. I'm cool. Yeah, that Willie Lynch letter, they give you a few instances. I knew that was going to make Easy Talk Me laugh. They give you a few situations where it reminds you of Emmett Till. It reminds you of Emmett Till. I'm tired of you people. Never mind. A lot of people just like to use these little references to maintain their 501(c) status. Ooh, that soda. 424-209-9506. 424-209-9506. Yeah, I'm taking it easy today. I'm letting y'all run it today. I want to see just who gonna spark a great conversation today dealing with BLM and all that's been going on with them. I just want to see just how much people are learning and how much we got to offer to the world. 424-209-9506. So the white lady say he touched her. Yep. Something like that. Yep. The white girl he usually walks with. That's what. But we saying, like Marley just said, this can all be programming, and then we brought up the Emmett Till situation. Yeah, they brought up that. That's all predictive programming. That's already instilled in you. All they got to do is pull out an Emmett Till psyop, and you back on accord. That's what we was talking about. Keeping your blinders on in 2020 and 2021 is not being persuaded to fall back to the same traps we've been going through over and over again for the last 40, 50 years. Yesterday, Sonetta called my show very, very upset. Did y'all hear him? Boy, was he pissed off. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air?
Hey, this is Candy Cane out of San Bernardino, California. How you doing?
What up, Candy?
You know what? I'm just learning that there's the George Floyd, his girlfriend is supposedly either a teacher or either taught at the same school as Dante.
Right.
Dante, right?
Right.
I'm looking at these things and I'm like, there's so many coincidences going on.
Right.
And I agree with you. I feel like they're trying to evoke a lot of emotion out of us. And I feel like they've been doing that at least ever since they did, you remember back, like before Nipsey Hussle was murdered, they did that military drill in downtown Los Angeles.
Yes, ma'am. I talked about that. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I feel like it's all psychological, and I feel like it's all adding up. And they really are trying to evoke some kind of emotion out of us. And I don't know if it's because we're already revolting, we're already protesting, and then I feel like, with a lot of things that they're doing with this legislation that they're passing for the Asians,
yes,
but yet with all the different situations going on, they're not passing for us. All it is doing is just building anger.
Yes.
At this point, I don't know if they're trying to purposely see how far we're going to go, or how stupid we are, but we're not that stupid because we catch on what's going on.
Right.
We can't pinpoint it right now, but we see something ain't right,
Right. And come to find out right now that most of these groups that's Black Lives Matter are funded by foreign institutions, George Soros, Warren Buffett's of the world. So who's really on our side? who really on our side and
Yeah.
everything. And I'm talking about not from an emotional standpoint, from a logical reasoning and productive preparing for the future standpoint. No one.
Yeah.
No one.
And then when Mitt Romney decided to become a supporter of Black Lives Matter, I knew someone right. I knew someone right with that. You know, and then he's gonna take a selfie with the protesters. There's nothing about you that's black that that represents Black Lives Matter. Nothing about you.
No, they care more about global warming than Black Lives Matter. You know, the polar bears in Antarctica.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what they care about. They don't care about us.
They don't. And then you know what? What really kills me is that before Tamika Mallory and all these people started to come out representing Black Lives Matter was a byword. Like whenever you turn on the news and you see somebody talking about Black Lives Matter, the mainstream media would present it as they would show clips of people being upset, talking about all lives matter. You know?
Yeah.
So their focus was mostly not to show the struggle that Black Lives Matter was, but more so the feelings that people were having towards Black Lives Matter. And Black Lives Matter was a byword until like last year.
Until they copyrighted it, got the money to fund them, and used the real Black Lives Matter movement to fund their corporate Black Lives Matter. And two was being operated at the same time. It was the one where we feel, okay, Black Lives Matter. Okay, let's raise awareness. And then there's the one that the corporation feel that was a threat, and they wanted to change into what, like you just said, all lives matter, right? Now watch this. When you look at TV right now, who's in Black Lives Matter? Everybody.
Right.
So Black Lives Matter is all lives matter.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's funded by George Soros, who's with All Lives Matter. So Black Lives Matter, all lives matter, blue lives matter, trans lives matter, LG don't matter, but the black family does not matter.
It's that same tool that they used when black people were I don't even think black people was out there calling it civil rights in the beginning. They was just really trying to fight for their human rights.
That's right.
And then when we finally started getting some legislation and all of our leaders got assassinated, then civil rights automatically turned into exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
Something that's for everybody and not specific for us.
That's right.
And it's like a tool that they're continuously using.
Well, you see, Black Lives Matter, Asian Lives Matter came under Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, LGBT, everything came out of our despair for just human and basic rights in our own land. All the other lives that matter are foreigners, to tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
We are the only one who lives matter that is from America. Damn, that's crazy when you think about it.
It is, and I got to the point where I feel like, you know what? I'm not going to keep my eyes closed to this. It's an attack on us. This is not. I'm not going to play stupid.
That's right.
I move forward in this world understanding that, all white people ain't bad, but there are people in high places that do not want to see my people, my bloodline.
And it's more than white folk. I tell you what. Yeah. It's all type of nations. Indian nations, Asian nations, Germans, Swiss. A bunch of different nations don't want us to rise because that game of taking advantage of us in our own communities is over.
Yeah.
So of course they need us down.
Yeah, and they've been doing it for so long that you can't really deny it anymore. Back in the 80s, they used to try to say, "Oh, you're just complaining about the system. You're complaining about the man."
Right.
You know what? Y'all proving us to be right.
Right.
You continuously prove us to be right.
Right.
Prove us wrong.
And I'm starting to believe that. I'm starting to realize that white supremacy is the Confederacy thought process. They won the war. White supremacy raised black people as Democrats.
Right.
White supremacy is Asian supremacy. They carry the same philosophy. They got the same hatred towards the American Negro, Asian folk. Mm-hmm. In fact, I see more Asian hate in our communities than white people hate them.
You know what? and that's real.
That's the
You know?
that is the truth.
And you know what? And you know, Asians will tell you that in their country, you know, people with brown skin are lower level.
That's
You
right.
know, they don't get the higher paying jobs.
That's right.
You know,
You check out any melanated people over there with nappy hair. They live like every hood downtown Los Angeles, downtown Texas, downtown DC, Harlem, Baltimore. No matter. They look just like that because nobody cares about the melanated people in their own nation. Nobody.
yeah, and you know, a lot of these Chinese people, they starting to come off to me like the new age imperial colonists.
That's what they
You know,
are.
like the modern day colonists. You know, just going from different country and
Oh no,
you know,
those are called gypsies. They are the original gypsies. Them in the East Indians.
yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And they make it clear that they don't really have no respect for us because you see how hard it is for black people to try to get those contracts just to sell hair to our own people. You know,
Yes,
we don't
ma'am.
have that many black people being able to sell black beauty supplies like the hair.
That's
weave and
because
stuff to us.
where is it? They use Indian hair, right?
Yeah, they use definitely.
Okay, let me tell you
Indian
something,
hair.
sister.
And
Let me
know
tell
what?
you something. Let me tell you something real quick, because this is something sisters don't think about. You got a brother like me. Now, where is Asia and where is India on the map?
They're like on the same continent.
Okay, they in the same damn place. So you think they gonna let you when they got a deal over there? You think they gonna let you into their game that the game is played on you? They want you, yeah. They want to be able to cut their hair off and sell it to the Asian, and Asian sell their hair to you, and you and destroy yours at the same time. It's a backdoor deal.
And you know what? When I used to go to the nail shop, you know, one thing I noticed is that they be putting these acrylics and all these chemicals on my nails and my hands, and most of them don't even have acrylics. They don't do that to themselves.
Yep.
You know, and they know how bad it is.
Yes.
They'll put it on you, but they won't put it on themselves. And a lot of people don't notice that. And we sit there getting funguses, get talked about in another language, paying them to do this, do something to them, do something to us that they won't do to ourselves. You know, and it really gives you an eyesight on what they think about us. You know.
Yes, ma'am. You go back to those old product companies who own your hair, your nails, your clothes. It's the Asians in our community.
Yeah.
They got the socks, the shoes, the distribution, the jeans, the hair, everything the American Negro need. They got beer, alcohol.
They selling us our fried chicken. They got all the Louisiana.
They got all Louisiana. That's right.
And even the meat quality that they sell us is poor.
So why would they want you? Why would they want you? They want you to blame the white man. If you blame the white man, you never know it's them. Because they so peaceful, you don't even pay them no mind because it's the white man. The white man having his own issues in America. He can barely farm right now.
And that's why this whole propaganda, this Asian hate crime thing, propaganda is so beautiful. Because it really just makes you open your eyes to everything.
They don't want you to say nothing about China. They don't want you to say nothing about what Trump was talking about the virus, the SARS, all these diseases and stuff was coming from there. They never said stop black hate, stop black people hate when they said AIDS came from black monkeys and it was fucking gorillas in Africa. But they over here eating bats and giving you coronavirus. They don't want you to say that because it's true.
Yeah.
Do you know what they eat over there? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Everything that used to think, everything that used to see, that bread, and all the parts that come with it.
Oh my goodness. They don't even cook it. They just eat the octopus.
Yeah.
Ain't no other human being on earth can do some shit like this one.
Yeah.
My body couldn't even. Your body can't take no jellyfish uncooked.
Yeah, and then the Civic Cat coffee, the coffee bean that comes from the Civic Cat turd. and they make it a gourmet. They consider that gourmet coffee.
Where they come from? What?
It's the civet cat. When the civet cat passes, he eats the coffee bean and then he passes it through his feces. And then when it passes through the feces, it's officially considered the quality that they're looking for. It has to pass through the feces of a civet cat in Indonesia, and then because when it's in the feces, it goes through a certain process to make it a different quality, and that's what they're looking for. And then they make that civet that they make it a coffee. They make a coffee out of the coffee bean.
The coffee that comes from the shit
of a civet cat.
Oh my goodness!
It tells you the mindset. I used to trip off of them eating monkey brains and stuff, but
they
now
eat that stuff.
The coffee bean, the civet coffee bean has to come from the feces. You can look it up. You can look it up right now, and you'll see civet cat comes from civet cat feces.
I saw a report that the authorities seized 100,000 penises headed to China or something like that. I said, "Oh my goodness!"
Wow.
And then I type on YouTube because of my crazy brain. It's to type it on YouTube. I type it on YouTube and turn out they eat penis fish that's shaped like human penises. It's a fish.
Wow, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, this shit tripped me. Listen, we don't think about this as Afro-American. We think everybody is the same. I'm here to tell you, ain't nobody like us on this earth, and we got it all backwards.
No, and you know what? I'm starting to really think that it really has something to do with melanin. And a lot of people don't realize melanin, there's 3 different types of melanin. There's eumelanin, phosphomelananin, and neuromelanin. And the melanin that makes you brown is eumelanin. And a lot of people, Chinese.
Africans eat that shit too. They melanated, they eat that shit too. It ain't got nothing to do with melanin. It got something to do with civil order. God, the word of God, of what you better not be eating on this earth.
Yeah, and that's true because there's a laws That's right. You're right.
Yeah, but I try to stay away from everything. I call little sea creatures sea bugs. That's what it makes me. Yeah. I'm trying to because shrimp to me was delicious. Shrimp. It was delicious coming up, and when they said you got shrimp, but now that I'm trying to get a discipline within myself, I just call it sea bugs. I try to just refrain,
and that's what it is. And that's what it is. And when I eat shrimp, I be having to tell myself, don't think about the truth of what you eat. I do. I do. And I'm having a hard time keeping my shrimp habit. I can give up pork. I can give up anything else that's considered unclean food in the Bible. But I have a hard time giving up that shrimp.
That shrimp is something else. That bacon too, boy. Yeah. But you know what? That's the thing. That's where discipline comes in. Because if you're willing to sacrifice what you like over the instruction of the Lord, you get that much closer to God. That's why I believe it's little things like that. Because that's what I want. I want some bacon and eggs, but I don't care. I take some turkey bacon and egg, or maybe something else, or maybe none of that at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get back right. Just trying to be right. Because this world, now that I'm paying attention to it, is sick. It's sick.
And you know what? I've been having a hard time eating eggs because, I've been trying to kind of teach people about what's going on with these vaccines. Because a lot of these vaccines are entering our cells. So whenever I try to explain to them how it's entering our cells, I use the egg as an example. I'm like, listen, the egg is a reproductive cell. And then when I think about the fact that an egg is actually a giant cell, a reproductive cell, I'm like, why am I eating this thing?
And we got to get back to that. We got to start asking ourselves. When you start looking at it like that, you start getting disgusted.
Yeah, you do. When you really think about what you're eating.
Yeah. I couldn't eat no live squid. I couldn't go to Asia and eat none of that stuff they eat over there.
I've never had squid and I've never had octopus. Never had it. I never had chitlins. I never have it.
They eat it alive. They eat that shit alive.
Yeah, they do.
They be trying to get them out there. Oh my God. Yeah. Why everybody talk about us? Talk about what we do. We need to start talking about what everybody else do in their countries.
Yeah, at least it came from for us, we began to eat chitlins through slavery. That's slave food. That we had no choice, so we kind of passed it down. But y'all just make it a gourmet. You know, y'all be looking for more.
Just the inside of the guts and just, I'm talking about live animal fish just squiggling on a plate. Pick it up and just eat it.
That's crazy. That says a lot about your mindset if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for it to be still breathing, for it to be on your tongue, on your palate. That means your mindset is on some different stuff.
Mine would have to be on some different shit for my body to reject that it's alive. Just forget it and just eat and take it. I'll be sick for months. I'll be sick for months.
The Native Americans, from what I understand, they used to pray after they would kill the meat that they would eat. They would pray on it. You know,
the Native American.
They took the life of a mother or a father.
That's us. Hell yeah, we pray over our food. We still do it to this day. The Native American story is the American Negro history. We the only people on this earth who pray before we ate and any of this stuff. The world don't pray before they food.
Do you have a video or a class on that? Because that's one thing I don't understand.
What?
I do understand the stories of the Olmec, but I don't understand the connection of the, how the black people being here already. Yeah. I understand Olmec, but I don't understand I understand that ODB. He said that his lineage comes from, I think the Syracuse Indian tribe and somewhere in the Northeast.
ODB, a Negro, American Negro, correct?
I believe so. Yeah.
And that's that. So what he was saying was the American Indians look like me. Mm-hmm. There's no long-haired Mongol Asian-looking American Indian used to ride horse with bow and arrows here 400 years ago. It was us.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we don't come from Africa.
So who are those people in the picture?
Those are illustrations. And those people in the pictures, those Mongols are travelers. They're like gypsies. They traveled all over the world. They come from Asia and East India. Yeah, they traveled and they became Eskimos. They became white people all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah. And they told us our history backwards. They wanted us to believe, because the Confederates raised us. They wanted us to believe. This is what happens when you live in a racist society. When the Confederates win the war, they raise black people to believe they come from Africa, and then they repeat these movies. And what's that movie? Purple Heart, or what was the Color Purple, and all of these slavery movies. When you were nothing more than farmers, and you owned things and owned homes in the 1900s, 1800s, 1700s. A lot of blacks came from Northern Africa with these Northern African white folk and these East Indians and Asians and Polish people. A lot of this stuff just got here in the 17, 18, 1900. All of them just got here. Before they came, I should write a documentary. It was the American Negro in America. We are the only true Americans on earth.
Wow.
Yeah. Everybody else is foreigners, and they came with the corporation. And your bloodline is here. Yeah.
And the revealing of those Olmec heads is like the first. It's like the truth coming out.
Well, it was more than that. It's more than the Olmec heads. It was pyramids here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Egypt is here. Mm-hmm. The Nile River is here. The whole, all of the history that's in the Bible, that's right here on this land.
Wow.
All of it took place here, not across the water. I don't know who put our brains across that water, but somebody did.
Yeah.
And delinked us from our own heritage. That's it. That's our God.
Wow.
That's our history in that book. Everything was taken from us. Right. And our language disappeared. They said we died out of smallpox. Africa wouldn't take you. There's nowhere in Africa you come from. In fact, there is no Africa. What the hell? There is no Africa. That's a made up country. It's not real.
Yeah.
There's no Africa. There's Nigeria. There's you don't come from there, and they don't come from you.
Yeah.
You are your own people. Everybody black ain't your kinfolk, just like everybody white ain't the same. If that's the case, the Asians are black, just like they assuming right now they are people of color. Transgendered is a piece of people of color under Black Lives Matter. East Asians, East Indians are all black under Black Lives Matter. But when they go fill out that passport and stuff, they put where they from, their nation. White. India. Asia. Japanese.
Yeah.
Chinese. That's all white.
Right.
The only black people in the world is Afro Americans, legally. And Africans.
That's the same, they use that term.
And listen, Africans can't even own land in America. You know that, right?
Africans can't use. They
cannot.
land in America?
They cannot own land in America. It's all illegal. All of this is illegal. When you wake up and realize that all of these people are from Northern Africa, what they call Northern Africa, East Asia, and all of them are foreigners, you're gonna realize they can't even own anything here. See the importance of the black man and the black woman waking up to who they truly are, because you will realize they don't belong here. And not only that,
right.
They took everything from you, but they can't legally own anything.
Wow.
So, yeah, we'll talk about that on one of these night shows. We've talked about it before, but I see you're interested in it. So, yeah, we can talk about it again.
Yeah, because I definitely, I need to get educated on that, because I'm not really understanding it. You know, I'm not getting the connection, the link. You know, I understand some of it, but not. You know,
so
I need to get educated.
Let me ask you a question.
Cool,
let me ask you a question. Do you do you believe that you came from Africa on a boat?
I'm not sure anymore. To be honest with you, I'm not sure anymore.
I'm just trying to see where we're at.
To be honest with you, I can't. Like if somebody was to, if I was to say no, and somebody said prove it, I wouldn't be able to prove it. You know what I mean? Because I just don't understand.
Because you're not from there.
Oh, you talking about me per se?
you ain't gonna be able to prove it. Ain't got no boats. You ain't been no slave or none of that stuff. You wasn't captured in Africa. You wasn't sold off by Africans or none of that.
No.
That's made up stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm thinking you're talking about my ancestors.
Well, how about your ancestors? You think they was enslaved and brought here in the 1700s?
Now that I don't know.
1800?
I don't know.
1600? When did slavery begin? They say 400 years, right?
Yeah, about 1600.
So y'all, you should.
On this line.
So when is the date? When did it begin?
They claim it began in 1619 or something like that in America, in the U.S.
So did Negroes own anything in the 1600s, 1500s?
Did we own anything?
Yeah, did our people own anything before or after that? Even after slavery began in the 1600s.
Yeah, we definitely
we had a whole city. So, you know what I'm saying? We had a whole fucking town. So
we owned the world at one point.
Come on. So,
yeah, we owned the world at one
so
point.
what I want you to know is somebody fucked up our history and timelines of events of what this really is. And it was the Confederate. Sons and daughters.
And you know what? I believe it dates back to the so-called Alexander the Great, when he started destroying those books in Egypt.
That's all here.
You know.
That's all here. The Egypt that you're talking about, that's all here. Here. Who else was destroyed?
Was on this land?
Who? That's right. Who else? Where the Indians at? What happened to it? What's your story? What's your history? Alexander the Great destroyed it. This is biblical. This is all you. This is all you right here. This is your story. This is your life. That's all that happened here.
Yeah, they did a lot of...
Egypt is here. Sodom and Gomorrah. Moses. All of the stories that's biblical, it all happened here. So you're not from Africa. That's
history is repeating itself.
Huh? Say it again.
I was just saying history is repeating itself, because this is definitely modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, it's becoming that way.
Yes, ma'am. It's the same Egyptian thought process, spiritual thought process. I had a young lady tell me last night she was the sun god Horus last night.
Wow.
Yeah, man. This is it. But we'll talk about it. Thank you for the call in, sister.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad I got a chance to catch up with you with my crazy schedule. I appreciate you
Thank
so
you,
much.
man. Thank you, ma'am. I hope you stick around for that. We're gonna have to give her a show. Yeah, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people just don't know. And I know a lot. So I can walk her through that. 424-209-9506. Very informative show. Yeah. I be asking people how you make it across the Atlantic Ocean with no purified water. Y'all was just drinking seawater. And somebody said it never left. You was asleep. Shout out to y'all. A lot of people was taking me for a joke, even in my personal life, not realizing how bright I really am. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I'm able to help her out. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
What's up? I'm gonna share something with the class.
What's your name and where you calling from?
Tim from Cali.
What's up, man?
If we want to, if you pay attention to the revelation, the good people will go against the dragon. And what nation of people have been repping the dragon this whole time? Is them damn Chinese people.
Asian people.
They are the
communists.
parasites.
Hold on, sir. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hold on. This ain't that. This ain't that. You ain't gotta. This ain't the meeting of Hebrew Israelites where we gotta just condemn. I'm trying to get people on a whole new wave, G. What you saying, I've already said. The grand dragon, the great dragon, what it symbolizes and all that above.
New Orleans.
Coffee and Kush TV, you on air.
It's the elder, my brother.
What's up with you, elder?
Man, that's some fire. It's a fire conversation.
Yeah.
We ain't from no Africa.
That's
We
right.
ain't from no Africa. We was already here. Ancient America was the Olmec civilization. Ancient America was the Mayans and the Aztecs. Then came along the Seminoles and all the melanated Indians. Those people that come from Asia, whoever they is, the Eskimos or whoever, they ain't no real Native Americans. We are the true Native Americans of this so-called America. We've been here. We was here when Columbus brought his monkey ass here. When the Spanish came here, we was here. When the English came here, we was here.
When the Dutch came. Come on.
When the Dutch came.
That's right.
We was already here.
That's right.
They're the ones give us smallpox.
Come on.
The motherfuckers they was fighting, the motherfuckers was fighting on TV. They was fighting us.
Come on. They told the story as if they was fighting each other. They was fighting you.
That's right. They was fighting the Seminoles. They was fighting the Cherokee, the Choctaws, the Blackfoot, the Sioux,
That's
the
right.
Iroquois, the California Indians,
That's right.
the Nevada Indians, the Colorado Indians.
Come on.
Had Indians all over Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. That's right. Wasn't no goddamn Europeans here. Europeans come from Spain, England, France, and Dutch.
And even beyond that, they come from the Caucasian mountains, and beyond that, from East Asia and the Indian and the far Indian.
Exactly. Right.
The East Indian.
Just like those. Exactly.
Yes.
Just like the Olmec heads and the big Olmec heads that they found in Mexico. You look at them heads and see who they look like. They're black people. Black people. The Mayans was melanated people. brown skinned people just like me and you. That's right. And we are descendants of those people. We are descendants of the Olmec, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Cherokees, the Seminoles, the Navajo, the Apaches. All of them was brown skinned people. The Papi Indians, all of them was melanated people. And we still here. We ain't went nowhere. Ain't nobody come on no motherfucking slave boat. How in the hell you gonna bring 20 million people, according to Google, that came from Africa? How in the fuck a motherfucking cruise ship don't carry enough for 3,000 people? You have to make a 10 trillion motherfucking trip, to bring all these people here. The mathematics don't even add up, But you gonna bring a mother on a ragged ass motherfucking boat talk about you done bought 20 million motherfucking people from Africa. No. There was 60 million black people already.
So you would need a lot more than 4 slave boats.
Exactly. Somebody came over here on the Sweet Jesus and the Queen Jesus. Queen, this, that, the other. Can't find their fucking slave ship. Where they at?
No.
If you brought 20 million motherfuckers over here, where the fucking slave ship at? Can't find none. Can't find none.
So, OG, you believe and you know that what we know as the Afro-American is more likely who they call the Native the Native American, and they just don't want to tell them their history or nothing because they will feel like invaders. And to be the truth be told, if that be the case, the Native Americans are nothing more than prisoners of war.
Exactly. That's right.
So they deserve their freedom. They deserve restitution, and they still in prison to this day.
Still in prison.
So they need to be free. Like Donald Trump said.
That's right.
And anything less will be human trafficking.
Exactly. Just like you said, this shit was already populated with brown-skinned Indian people. Already populated. Even Columbus said so. They came here and generation after generation after generation, this is what you got. They stole all our taboos, stole our language, gave us fucking Toby and Joan and Harry and Tom, Dick, and Harry or whatever, Mary Sue and Karen and Betty and all this other bullshit, took all our fucking shit away and implemented all this bullshit. Daddy Jesus and this other motherfucker, all these fucked up holidays, all that's their bullshit. Ain't none of that shit come from us.
That's Catholicism.
Halloween.
That's Catholicism to the max. Well, we talk about that all the time, but for the most part, so you don't remember a time your daddy or mama ain't never told you, OG, that you come from Africa?
I ain't never heard nothing about no fucking Africa.
So then I just want to be sure because you older than us, and I'm letting the people around my age know.
That's right. I'm 73,
and you ain't heard
nobody in our family, and we got a big fucking family. I ain't never heard no fucking body to this day mentions about no fucking Africa. From grandpa, from great grandpa to grandpa to daddy, and all the family. Ain't nobody know nothing about no mother. We know about some of our people that's Indians from Homer, Louisiana, and Raceland. Some of our people still in. That's right, belong to the tribe right now. So that bullshit.
So why Sarnetta mad at me? He called me mad as hell, and he upset that I'm teaching people they're not from Africa, that they really from here, and all of the biblical stories, people religions is really our history. And why is he so upset with me? He teaches that we're from Africa. He believes this.
Yeah, he believes it, but he's foolish. So he don't do no research.
Mm-hmm.
He just doing research on one country. or one continent. And there's no proof that we come from Africa.
Mm.
There's no nothing to prove that.
I heard that there's more Egyptian artifacts found in America than anywhere else.
That's right. Still digging shit up.
Still digging shit up.
Still digging shit up. We've been here thousands and thousands and thousands of years. See, they're only going back. White man history, as far as Americans, can only go back maybe to
300 years.
1600.
300-400
Right.
years. So they gotta
After
say.
that, you
So
don't
that's why
know
they gotta
nothing
say
about
that's when you.
After that, you don't know nothing about no white folks in this country. As far as history, this history in this country go back is the 1600s. Go back to the 15, the 14, the 13, 1200,
All American
1100.
Negro.
Number black people were
Number black people.
thriving on this fucking thing. The white man wasn't nowhere, and he was over there in England, and when they had the black plague, the motherfucker was dying like dogs because they wasn't washing their nasty ass and spreading all kind of fucking disease.
Hey, OG, somebody said in the chat room, her name is Queen Yasmin. She says your DNA proves you from Africa. Now, I want to reply to that because DNA says that there were dinosaurs walking around. I don't believe that shit neither. But go ahead, OG. Your DNA says you from Africa.
He ain't never took my DNA.
What's wrong with
How
this
you gonna
lady?
figure that my DNA come from Africa, my sister?
What's wrong with her?
You have to, you know, you can't prove that. There's no, all my DNA come from my family.
That's a symptom
it.
of white supremacy. That's what a Confederate would tell you. Hey, you little Negro, your DNA come from Africa. Why do black people agree with the Confederacy when talking racism when they're being racist against themselves? I don't understand what's up with black Democrats to believe this one. Your DNA just come from Africa. We from all over the place. And first of all, my DNA and like his DNA come from here. If yours come from Ghana, then that's where yours come from. Go ahead, King.
That's right. My DNA come from my mama and daddy. My mama and daddy DNA come from their mama and daddy. Their mama and daddy DNA comes from their mama and daddy. And that go far. As far as you can go back. So how in the fuck I'm from Africa? When all my people that I know was born in America.
But they can't tell you from Africa because Africa don't exist. So they gonna just say you from West Africa
That's not
or
even
East
the
Africa.
proper
That
name.
ain't even the place. They ain't even genetic. You cannot be genetically from Africa.
And let me tell you something about the name Africa. That's not the proper name.
That ain't even the proper
The
name.
continent of Africa is Abukalan. That was the original name for the continent of Africa. The word Africa comes from some white man.
I don't believe this.
Just like
Africanus.
Just like lake bacteria in Africa. That come from the Europeans. Just like a lot of names in America come from Europeans. But you could tell some of our names go in Florida, California.
Yes. You would start to see it.
Names.
Go to Utah, go to Colorado, travel to rural areas and get out of the democratic zones that you're being subjugated to, you little ghettos, and get out and see what they're placing on top of you. Y'all names is still there. The names of these places is still there, from Moab to the land of Judah to Memphis to the Nile River. Y'all just got to get out and get from up under this corporation. Go ahead, sir.
That's right. And Terry Lynn, I know Africa is a
continent. She was referring to the other
continent on the planet.
Yeah.
Right, I already know that.
Africa is connected to Asia and India and everywhere else. Italy, Europe is all connected to Africa. So if you want to be technical, that's all Africa over there.
Right. Israel.
That's right. Just like over here, all of this is America, from North America to Middle America to South America. That's all Africa over there. You can make up what you want about it, but no African can own land in America. None of them.
And one time South America was hooked on to Africa.
Come on.
It was hooked on to it
They
before
know.
the flood.
Before the flood, before
you
the
can take South America, look at the map, take South America. If you can move it, you can move it right into it.
So if we West Africans, then that mean we Americans, because we on the West anyway from Africa. If we was all kind of, they say we West African, then that'll just mean we Americans, because America is on the west side of Africa anyway.
On the west side, exactly.
So
That's right.
It's what it is. G, you ain't telling me nothing. They not telling me nothing. We ain't that. We are own people, and they know it.
That's right. Because all white folks ain't the same. But
Come on.
motherfucking German ain't no Dutch. A Dutch ain't no Englishman.
They don't
An
even like each
Englishman
other.
Ain't no motherfucking Frenchman. A Swedish ain't no motherfucking Czech. You know?
I think
None of them fucking people the same.
and boy, the
So how
Irish,
are all black people the same?
the Irishmen don't like none of them.
Exactly. That's right.
If it was a nigga white man on this earth, it'd be an Irishman. Coffee and Kush
That's right.
TV.
Just like all the melanated people they got on the planet, we one of a kind. It's like
That's right. You ain't finna get you no African Michael Jordan, sir. When the last time you seen an African basketball league Michael Jordan floating around Zimbabwe?
exactly. Nobody on the planet can do what we do.
Talk that shit, OG.
We are cast not. We just special people. We are special people because the things we do, nobody else do. Tiger Woods in golf, the Serena, and all the sisters in
Forget
tennis,
all that.
taking over tennis.
Michael Jackson. You would never get another one.
Not another James Brown.
Not another James
Aretha
Brown.
Franklin.
Nope.
Another Aretha.
It'll never be another.
Another. You'll never get another Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Take it all the way back, OG.
That's
Take it all the
right.
way back.
You ain't gonna never get none of that. You ain't gonna get no more Little Richard, Chuck Berry.
You ain't gonna get it. What about a Dizzy Gillespie? You ain't finna get it.
That's right. Count Basie, Louis Armstrong, Miles Davis. They all like you, my brother. We two walking libraries of knowledge.
Yes, sir. We can do this shit all day.
Libraries of knowledge.
Do this
I'm
shit.
73 years old and I'm a walking library. That's right. only finished the 6th grade,
Only finished the
but I
6th grade.
taught my motherfucking self. Jones, you can read good, you can teach yourself. If you can read, you can teach your own self. You don't need no white man motherfucking.
It ain't just white.
bullshit.
You don't need the Confederacy. What do I call it? The ideological subversion. These teachers who've been teaching us in this program for the last 40, 50, 60, 100 years has been nothing but the Confederates and the Germans. Did you know that?
Exactly.
I did not
Bunch of
know. I
propaganda.
didn't know that Dr. Martin Luther King and them was marching with the Democrats. That's why they was getting beat the fuck up, because they were marching with the Confederates. The Confederates knew the KKK. The Democrats knew everywhere they was going. So on one end, they'd be out there smiling with King and them. On the other end, they'd be wearing hoods and shit, throwing the fire bombs and burning crosses. You believe this shit?
Stone backstabber.
Oh, double cross.
Throwing stones and hiding their hands. A typical Democrat. That's what they do. That's one of their main motherfucking gestures. Throw rocks and hide their hands. Stone cowards.
Man, it's been a pleasure having you on the show this morning. Thank you a lot.
Thank you a lot, my brother. I'm glad that I tuned into you and y'all was talking this subject. I said, I got to get in and bring the truth with my brother.
Yes, sir. So one thing we know for sure is we're not Africans. Thank you for the show. Thank you for the call, sir.
Peace and blessings, my brother Kev.
Man, Mr. Rashawn DeLay, as always, he called in when we get on this because he knows this. He older than Sonetta and them Jabari big-headed ass. He older than them. That OG right there, no, he ain't come from no Africa. Press 1. 424-209-9506. Mose Armarook says we got to stop thinking black and white. Columbus was a black man. Sir, Armarook, Mose Armarook. Armarook was a Spaniard, sir. A lot of these names y'all thinking because y'all got this from Tupac. A lot of these come from the Roman Empire. A lot of these people are Jesuits. Don't come in here with your silly names thinking you Armaru and that means something. You don't even know where Tupac got that shining serpent shit from. That come from the Bible, G. So I'm thinking you Moshe, you can combine the Bible Moses with your Tupac Armaru name and be smart. You not. Shut up. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air.
Hey, this Double Up. How you doing?
Hey, Double Up in the building. What's up, champion?
All right. Hey, just bringing scripture to what we talking about right now.
Come on, man. Ain't nothing better than that.
Go to Psalms 83, 3-5.
This where you specialize in the pop-up drive-bys and shit. I see now. you specialize. Just want to revert this back to the word. Yeah, real quick. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, because it's gonna thoroughly explain it, so it's no more questions of who you are and where you come from. And Psalms 83 and 3 says, "They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden one." 4 says, "They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation."
From being a what, sir? Wait.
From being.
Hold up. They said they have taken crafty what? And you coming from the word
crafty counsel.
That means
crafty counsel against thy people.
Against your people.
Right. Hey, the only okay. Let me finish it before I go into what I'm gonna say.
Thank you.
Okay. So then it says, I'm gonna start 4 over. 4 says, "They have come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance." Right? 5 says, "They have consulted together with one consent that they are confederate against thee."
Oh my God! Right? That they are what?
They are confederate.
That's what the Bible say, that they confederates against thee.
That's what it says in the King
James verse. Nigga can't come against me. Go ahead, King.
So, in 4, when it says that, "and let us cut them off from being a nation," what is the only nation on these 6 continents, not 7, that has been cut off from being a nation?
The American Negro.
And they call it the United States of America.
Come on.
You cut it off. You came over here and took everything.
That's right.
And changed it around. And then we got this, we got these names that y'all gave us, or we got this stuff that y'all want us to have. But let's go even further than that, right?
Wow.
If the Aboriginal people is not the chosen people, how are you last on every continent of this earth?
Come on now.
That makes no sense.
Now we know why there's Now we know why there's a United Nations, don't we? They have taken what? Crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
to do. And what's their mission?
Their mission is to cut off the name of Israel, so it is in no more remembrance. So you can't tell us that Israel over there in Egypt or wherever it's at in the Middle East, you can't tell us that exists, because this says Israel should be no more.
No more.
You already cut it off. You don't want it in remembrance. So how you still calling that Israel?
And you already know who you are, because y'all don't want us in remembrance no more, and you know who you cut off. You know the travesty and what they know what they did, and they know that the conscious mind of the black man is on the rise, and they can't stop this influx of information. Go ahead, King.
And that's right. Take it back to 2 things. One thing you brought up, right, and nobody touched on it until the other day, when you talked about that beach that was given back. But you said property that was given back, that Bruce's beach that was being given back to the Bruce's family out in California.
Come on.
Right? The city council out there did not even want to recognize them people to give them the beach back. They're mad that they're getting it back.
The beach.
But the property is worth $75 million right now.
That's right.
They bought it in 1912, and you took it from them, talking about eminent domain, but
like
you didn't do nothing with it for 35 years.
That's right.
Exactly. But when they take it from you, they got a certain amount of time to do with it what they said they were going to do, or it must go back to the original owner. They didn't do what they were supposed to do for 35 years, and then only did the part because they got scared that they was going to be sued. But if you look at it in a monetary standpoint, right, there's 10 generations that family did not get any money. So are you gonna give them people their money back? Are you gonna cut them their money off for the last 10 years that they've been missing out since their property is worth $75 million?
That means everything has to be backdated. They know how this shit work.
What?
And they would hate to do it. They would hate to do it for each and every one of us. They would hate to do it.
Because they gotta go home.
That's because they gotta go home.
They gotta go home if they do that.
That's right. And they don't want us to wake up. They want to create groups to make it look like we getting a $1,500 check. Our Black Lives Matter is getting a Cadillac bill and all of these different things when they owe you everything. Go ahead, King.
Exactly. They think this is damn Build-A-Bear or something. They gonna build us up with kibbles and bits, and then screw the bottom out, and all of us gonna fall out so they can feed us like we dogs.
Right.
Because they didn't already took everything.
Right.
You know, but and that was when I called in the other day when I said 400. You thought I was talking about slavery.
Yeah.
No, that's 400 reasons. That's 400 reasons for why the black man needs to wake up and understand that he is the repairer of the breach. They took you out the home for a reason. You see what I'm saying? Because if you look at the 60s, that black woman and that black man was not breaking up for no reason. He was not leaving that house. They was gonna march together with King and Malcolm X, whatever they was doing. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But they said, we're gonna break this up. And how we gonna do it? We're gonna educate. Well, we're gonna say we educating the black woman, but we ain't gonna actually do nothing for her, which is gonna keep them arguing. Same thing they did when they created the police. You see what I'm saying? Same thing. If you put two people that's on the same playing field together, far as monetarily wise, and they both broke, but you put one in charge of the other, you're going to keep them arguing for all the days of their life.
Yeah.
Ain't no different. That's the only thing they did here. You know, and that's why they keep creating slush funds for themselves, because they not getting no money right now.
So they
took all the jobs away.
They got to appeal to black people to create more and more slush funds, and unfortunately it's running out.
It's running out because you ain't got no entertainment. Ain't no new clothing lines came out. Ain't no new shoes came out. Nike ain't created a new shoe in about 10 years.
DJ Khaled got a new shirt and new pillow.
Man, hey, listen. Ain't nobody talking about no pillow from DJ Khaled. Hey, okay. So if that's the case, I know the DJ at the neighborhood nightclub is better than DJ Khaled. You can't tell me that.
Come on.
So how come he famous?
Come on.
What part of the ransom did you pay to be famous? That's all I want to know.
That's right. Yeah, what you get? A Maybach? You ride with the convertible down, nice little shirt, nice little watch, a pair of sandals or something.
When they give you the watch, you're gone anyway.
That's right.
That's the tracking device right there. So ain't nobody come from Africa that got melanated skin. Because what I'm talking about is, yeah, we got Africans that come over here and this and that, but they got a language that they speak. We ain't got none of that. We don't know nothing but English. Period.
So it's
and that's just
that these Confederates don't came together to knock us off.
And it literally say Confederate against thee in 5. Literally.
Now where is this? Where can I read this at? Where my Bible? Where can I read this at?
Psalms 83. Psalms 83.
Let us cut them off from being a nation.
Just cut them off from being a nation.
Should be no longer.
Will be no more in remembrance. That's what it says. That's 5. 4. That's what it says in 4.
You can't even deny
what they say. If you put it in the book, it'll be right there.
And
they won't go read it.
They ain't gonna read it. Knowledge will set you free.
Right. And why you think us that's woke can't get caught up with going out here riding and all this? Because we sitting back in a calm nature. What we worried about? Some of us ain't even seen a pandemic. For what? Because you in a calm state of mind.
That's right.
You can't allow your brain to always be on 10. You in a calm state of mind.
Right.
And he said, be still. I'll be with y'all in a minute. Be still.
Yes, sir.
So it makes no sense to do nothing else.
To be in fear.
But that was a scripture that came. Yep. Makes no sense, because now you put yourself in a line of fire when you go out there and do that. Because they already told you they need your organ. They need your adrenochrome. Whatever it is that they need, you got it. That's why they do everything that evolves around you. No matter what nationality it is. They need you.
You. And if y'all want to continue to believe in them, you will hand yourself over to them and their belief system and their spirituality.
Yep. Yep.
You be over
there. You
can
get rid of.
And you walked yourself over there.
Look, with no ball and chain, you just got up and start walking.
You just walked over there because fruit was hanging from a tree. You just wanted to eat.
You ain't even sleepwalk. You circumstances was over there, and you just wanted to know what was going on because you had to be in the know.
And it felt good.
So you just got up and start walking. Yep. Yep.
Did you?
The beginning of it felt good.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You watched the show last
night? Yeah, I watched the show.
Yeah, you see old girl.
Yeah.
You see Satan last night try to trick me up. Nice conversation, as Satan does. And then doubles back with I am the God of the sun and all of this one. I said, oh my goodness.
Well, that goes back to you can only play a role for so long.
That's right.
That's with man or woman. You can trick a man or a woman into being with you, and so far down the line, your realness of you is going to come out. And they're going to have a decision to make no matter what's on the line. Am I going to stay with this person or I'm out?
That's right.
So you can only play the role for so long.
That's right.
Before it becomes apparent to who you are and what you are. She was lying her whole way through last night. She was just trying to get you to convert.
She's trying to convert you. Yeah. Once I admitted that she was God, the sun god, the melanated queen, I reject my father. That's why I said, you need to come to my father. She said, your father, and leave my mother?
Who the head? That's where these folk got order of operations messed up.
And the people thought we was having a good conversation last night, not knowing the demon was walking his way on to it. See, the thing is about condemning the sin or the spirit that's in them is all I got to do is get the people to read the word, read it right there. Once that person do it, the spirit that's in them feels like they being judged because the person is waking up to what's going on.
Yeah, you ain't got no choice but conform to the right because you knew it. And when I say the right, I mean the right way. I don't mean the right side or the left side. I mean the right way because now you've been told. You've been told by your father, your spiritual father, which is the head.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So you had you. That's like the assignment that you was given. When I go back to the assignment, can't nobody do your assignment. You see what I'm saying? You have no choice but to do your assignment because number one, you read it, you seen it. It was shown to you vividly.
Right.
You know, could nobody else on this earth show you what your assignment was.
Right.
So you have no choice. That's the same thing as when you read it. You have no choice because now you know what the truth was. Right. They just told you, that passage right there just told you ain't come from no Africa.
That's right. And that they all worked against you and that everything Kev been saying about the Confederacy and the Legion and all these other foreign nations come over here and eat off of you and come in up under you and put you in third and fourth place. It's all written and he just read it.
Yeah, it's all written, but they got you from grade school because the first thing they do is say, oh, this was slavery, and then don't elaborate. Or they say, oh, this was the Holocaust, but don't elaborate. You never break it down so you go so fast. The only way you actually know what's what is if you got somebody teaching you at home or your parents is paying for a tutor and you say, hey, you go through this thoroughly. That's the only way you understand this stuff. If not, they just want to keep you lost in the sauce. That's why they trying to keep you riled up with all these new shootings going on out here.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hear none of that. Yeah, it may be a sad situation. He ain't had no business being outside at 3 a.m. The boy didn't have no reason to slip the handcuffs and take off running.
Don't forget Double Up. He shouldn't have been out 2, 3 a.m. Forget that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He shouldn't have been doing drive-bys on other men at 2, 3 a.m. He was doing a drive-by. Throw that in there too.
That is true because they did say that it looked like he dropped the gun before he turned around and put his hands up.
Well,
but my child ain't out at no 3 a.m.
That's right.
Why was he 13 with a 21-year-old?
Why they?
That ain't even your age range.
They was surrounded.
Exactly.
The police was chasing them because they just did a drive-by. They were just shooting at some other people.
Exactly. See, at 13, you're supposed to be at home in the bed getting your rest.
And they worried about what the judgment of the Lord is. You're going over there, aiming your weapon at innocent people, whether they doing whatever that they doing, some enemies of yours, and you trying to kill innocent people, and the Lord strike you down. And y'all worried about Black Lives Matter, and all this other stuff, when right is right and wrong is wrong initially. Go ahead, King.
And that's it. You know, and Black Lives Matter to who? Who they matter to? Because you ain't, okay, let's take it from the 50s. They ain't matter since the 50s. They sure ain't matter in 1932 when y'all caused the Great Depression. It sure didn't matter in 1912 when y'all didn't want y'all got mad. Y'all took the beach because y'all got mad because their property was doing better because you didn't want them out there allowing black folk to come to their beach when you didn't want them to come to your white beach. That's what it was. So you got mad and took that. How many other things did you get mad and take? You got mad and took Black Wall Street in Oklahoma, or you got mad and dropped bombs on Philadelphia.
That's right.
But you'll go tell another country what they can't do to their citizens, but you done it to the Aboriginal people over here.
Now watch
that was here before you got here.
Now watch this. I'm a double back on a comment somebody just said. Somebody said, y'all said we should be scattered to nations we've never known and sold for through slave and through with ships. Now, this is what I want people to know about the law and how law works, how God law and this United States law work. What is every courtroom in America is a what? Is a damn ship. Now, every Moor and every person who knows this knows that everything that when you call yourself black on that ship, you just sold yourself into bondage for nothing. A lot of these niggas get public defenders and go wash themselves right down the drain with nothing. For nothing. And these mamas and these fathers are selling their kids to the state for nothing. So that's how you can be sold with ships. That's why Most High say he put a strong delusion on you. Because he didn't say you came from Africa on them ships. He said you was going to be sold and you was going to be a third. You're going to be underneath foreigners in your own land. The aliens are going to come over here and rise above you. So explain that prophecy, fool.
That's right. That's like what OG just said. OG said he's 73. That's right. Just called in.
That's right.
Ain't no boat came across that. Didn't the Titanic sink?
That's right.
Okay, so if the Titanic sunk, and that was supposed to have been the best boat ever made,
so these people,
what boat they bring these Africans on?
They bought them the same way they bring them right here. They get them over here. They come over here to South America. They don't come across that damn ocean over there. They come right up through South America and sell themselves to the American government for nothing. They put themselves right on them ships, right in the courtroom. I want to be an American citizen. Your daughter too. Come on, family. All of them. Freedom for nothing. We're going to sell them.
And the government get free labor.
Now, don't they go on the stock market?
Yes, they do.
Don't they got new Social Security card go on the stock market? Now, ain't they birth certificate mean they for sale? Don't tell me nothing about you. You got to be a slave from Africa and try to prove my word and disprove it at the same time. Shut up. Get these rules and these silly Moors out my shit. Go ahead.
Right. Hey, when folk hear of a stock market, they thinking just the stock exchange in New York. It's all kind of stock markets. The NBA got a stock market. The NFL got a stock market. The MLB got a stock market.
That's right.
You just high price slaves
and selling yourself.
But you're gonna do what they say. You see what I'm saying? Listen, if the whole propaganda ain't the same, why everybody in all major sports got a woman that look just alike?
You said
why they all major sports, everybody to get a woman, all they women look just alike.
They all Stepford housewives.
That's what I'm saying. But my point is it that you can't get a regular melanated black woman?
No.
Or is it that Exactly, because it's all what you've been bred, and you've already been dummied down to not even know the truth. Okay, if I just signed a contract for 143 million, I'm getting 20 million a year, right? So
Right.
why didn't I? There's no way I can retire broke when I had the money to go buy a whole block, a whole little city for that matter, and create a grocery store, a clothing store, and whatever else store I wanted there, and make the people feed themselves and fend for themselves and have their own money in that community. But I own it. I'm still getting money back and forth. So there's no way for you to retire and be broke. You see what I'm saying? Because your agent, look at how many agents don't go to jail for embezzlement money from their own clients. Why? Because they don't have any melanin in their skin. If they did, they buns would go to jail. Just like that. Because you stole money. So it's all propaganda. We're going to give it to you, but we're going to get it back. You still a form of the slave trade. They just trading you off. They giving you a little bit to take a lot. That's it.
Just like the
But they
rappers, just like the rappers, just like the music industry. It's
Exactly.
all the same. We're gonna give you a little bit to take a lot. Just like if you want to make $1 trillion by George Soros, you give Tamika Mallory $100,000. She'll go out there and rile the people up, and then we'll make $1 trillion and give BLM 90 million. They gonna buy houses, and we'll keep the 900 million, and we do what we want. They can keep the breadcrumbs, and we'll go out and start another riot.
That's it.
Else.
That's it. They're gonna give you some kibbles and bits,
That's right.
and that's it. Look at all the nations last year when they did George Floyd. How all the nations is rioting at the same time?
In the world.
Really? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. On all 6 continents, everybody rioted at one time. So everybody decided to get mad at one time.
We with y'all Afro Americans. We with y'all.
No, you not. Listen. Let me tell you what they done started out here, right? Okay, you know I drive trucks. I'm in Texas, Christie, down there by Laredo,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
I need to turn around because the sign say no trucks allowed
Right.
midway through the street. So I need to turn around. It's a convenience store with a big old parking lot on the side. So I say, okay, I can go on the front side, come out the back side, and be fine. But obviously, I'm trying to find where I'm going. So I said, let me Google where this spot is at. Obviously, I got the wrong address. The Asian guy come running out the store and automatically start being disrespectful and said, move, fuck off my lot. I don't care what you're doing. So I allowed him to be disrespectful 3 times. But it's the atmosphere of, you're going to be totally disrespectful. Why you over here in this poor-ass neighborhood then? Why you over here taking these poor-ass people money, but you that disrespectful? But when you get it back, you like, oh, I'm going to call police. I'm going to call police. Call police. That's what you wanted to do anyway. But it's the whole atmosphere that they created. There's no way you go from Black History Month and go straight into Asian hate. That makes no sense.
It don't make no sense. And then from there, women history, and then LGBT, they just all came up under you. And it's like, it got to be a point to say no more. Every nation got to fight for their own minority rights, because everybody play minority until they go back to their own communities, and they got communities. We don't have one. We don't have a nation. There's no other country we can go home to. Asians can go back to China, North Korea. Africans can go back to Nicaragua, wherever they're from. Zimbabwe, Congo, South Africa. Australians can go home. Everybody can go home. But everybody gets here up under the struggle of the minority, which is the Afro-American. And the more we rise, the more we got to come out of this minority standpoint, because in reality, we are the majority.
That's right. And that's what they're doing. Go ahead.
It takes 3 men to make up an American citizen. That ain't for Black people. That's for foreigners. So they'll never be able to overthrow us. It takes y'all 3/4 of a man, not us.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Because foreigners' rule cannot supersede American rule. That's for y'all.
Ain't that why they made 2 constitutions?
That's why 2 constitutions is made. The corporate, which is the foreign, which is the Confederate, and the right one.
That's right.
Damn,
that's right, because they must keep you dummy down. That's what all this fear mongering and all these shootings is for right now. If they keep your mind on that, your mind ain't on where that $900 million went to.
That's right. And
or your mind ain't on them giving you $1,400 and they gave themselves $500 billion plus funds.
or your mind ain't on them giving up that land in California and people getting restitution up in different areas of the world. Your mind is on this one.
But then they don't even understand what's coming with the Chauvin trial. They just told you he was getting off. They just told you that because the judge didn't allow the prosecution to enter in the evidence what they should have entered in the beginning, which was the car was running. And he told him, if you bring it up, I'm gonna declare it a mistrial. So that's the next thing. As soon as he walked, we gonna ride again. Retarded. So you gonna put yourself in the line of fire again.
Yes.
For what? It makes no sense to go out there and hold a sign and say Black Lives Matter. You if you tell yourself that every day, that means you are making a concerted effort to build around you.
Go ahead, Ken.
Buy something.
Why is Black Lives Matter become the races that they was against?
Because we not the ones funding it.
That's right. Then you got the right answer. When you got George Soros and the rest of these, then the target becomes the blacks are now the disruptors. They're the terrorists. That's what Black Lives Matter did. Made us the. Go ahead.
If you don't tell your story, they're gonna tell it for you. If you don't teach your kids, they're gonna teach them for you. If you don't educate yourself, they're gonna educate you, i.e., daughters of Confederacy.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying?
Did they not do a good job? Do Afro-American...
they did a great job.
Oh, the white supremacists that they speak of taught them they come from Africa. They come and say they're against white supremacy and call themselves Black Africans.
They did a great job
in spewing the systematic racism out of their own mouths. And then they're
exactly.
I don't understand it. Y'all are carrying on the perpetrated thought process of the racist Confederates who put you in this position. And you cannot get free by regurgitating what the Confederates taught you, what your slave master taught you. You'll never get free with that mindset.
You've been listening to them for how long?
Go ahead.
How long you been listening to them? I'm just elaborating on what you're saying. How long you been listening to them and you still in the same damn spot? Makes no sense. So how long I'm gonna keep listening to you for? I'm gonna say I had a guy tell me the other day he coming over to collect insurance money from my auntie, right?
Mm-hmm.
My auntie in the 60s, right? He been the insurance man for 20-some years. And she kept telling me, I want you to talk to him because, he buy houses. Maybe you can buy a couple from him and do this and do that, right? The man had the nerve to tell me, right now ain't the really time to buy because everything is overinflated and this and that and that and that. And I said, listen, I ain't about to argue with you, go back and forth. I just got one question. If you ain't got nothing and you're in your 30s, right? And you say, I'm not going to buy in right now because this man just sat here and told me, everything is high right now. So you're going to wait till you're 60 when they lower the prices back to where they are right now to turn around and say, I should have got in 30 years ago. Meanwhile, he laughing at you because he know your dumb ass listened to him.
Right.
And he went about the same thing he told you not to. What it is I'm going to tell you what not to do so I can turn around and do it.
That's right.
So are you going to wait? My point was, are you going to waste 30 more years on not getting in, on building your own family wealth because somebody else told you it was too high? That makes no sense. They've been telling you they bullshit for all these years, and you've been taking it because you are a passive people. We're not gonna take nothing by force, but they come take it from you. So if you got the money, buy it. You build yourself. They done prove to you. They not gonna build you. They profit off of you. Every other nation gets millions off of you, whether it's by your dance, whether it's by you singing, whether it is by your clothes you make. Somebody else just take it because they got the money and can beat you to getting a trademark, and that's it. Right. And then when one of them put it on and turn their hat backwards, they say, yeah, we cool.
We cool now.
Get out of here. Makes no sense. Right? But to you a thug. They cool, but you a thug.
They cool.
Because you.
That's right. But you a thug. You too real. This is a costume for me. People know I can take this off and cry. You's a thug. You's an animal. For real.
and you not understanding what they talking about.
You don't even know. And then they glamorize
Because they control the perception.
Damn.
Yep.
Man. And then Nas get out here for the We Team and put on I'm a Nigger shirt. Press 1. He working for the We Team and put on I'm a Nigger. Because that's what white supremacy want. Not knowing that the people who influenced him is the white supremacists. Got him to put the shirt on. And they telling me that these people are conscious. God forbid, G.
No, the sad part is they can be conscious all day long, but what they put in front of that conscious is that check that they wrote for them. Well, I got to get this money, so I don't care what they tell me to do. I don't care what y'all think of me. I'm going to get this money. I'm living better than you. That's what it comes down to. They're going to get that money. And don't care. They don't care what ransom they paid to get it. They just going to get that money.
They'll kill somebody.
Because in the end, that's all that matters.
They'll set a nigga up. They'll poison somebody. They'll do everything the devil tell them to do other than just be right and say, no, I ain't doing none of that. I'm going to get my own. I know how to grind myself. I know how to,
they said it takes too long.
It take too long. Ain't nothing like an individual waiting for the next $5,000 to put in, just waiting for the next come up. Go ahead.
And that's right. It takes too long, and it's like I don't have that kind of time to wait. I want it right now. Okay, so since you want it right now, when the shit hit the fan, and it's time for your karma to come back, right? Because God said you wasn't supposed to have that, but you said you wanted it, so you went and got it anyway. What you gonna do then? You see what I'm saying? When they bought them, when they go out there and buy them houses with the Black Lives Matter money, what you gonna say then? When you can't pay the taxes on it because you out of money.
And they're not doing that no more. It wore out its welcome. You did that last 2 years, ain't did nothing, and it's good.
And they don't even realize it's wearing out its welcome right now because it's like, again, I've been broke all year. You gave me $1,200 and $1,400, and then you went and bought 3 houses. Let's call them for $300,000 each, and that ain't nowhere near the number. But I only got a total of $2,600 for a whole year. Hell no. But you want me to go back out there in the street and stir up some more trouble and throw these damn cinder blocks and bricks and stuff that's mysteriously just sitting on the side of the road.
Yeah. I never saw cinder blocks.
Don't nobody understand how that damn pallet get there. Right. Who dropped the pallet off? Who stacked them neatly on the pallet to begin with? Because I guarantee you ain't pick them up and set them there.
And then they are going out there feeding the communistic movement and throwing them at the police. The white folk throwing them and the black folk getting shot at.
Exactly.
And Antifa for you.
Exactly.
Black folk
it makes no sense
against Antifa, man. Thank you for the call, bro. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
That double up.
Thank you. I do as well.
My man, double up. You feel me? And just because we talking about this right now, just because me and Double Up were just talking about this BLM and there's all of this other stuff. Black Lives Matter co-founder responds to allegations of spending donations on herself. Uh-oh. I want to hear it. It's probably a small thing because it's on Instagram, but the female with the little dot on her head from Black Lives Matter is being interviewed by the other dude who from Black Lives Matter, the one guy who said women can have pregnancies by themselves or some shit like that. The other Black Lives Matter. So they finally got their stories together about what they want to say, how emotional they want to be. I want to take a listen.
I have never taken a salary from the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. And that's important because what the right-wing media...
Wait. The Black Lives Matter Global what? Nobody said that. You take money from George Soros initiative. Off top, listen.
I have never taken a salary from the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. And that's important because what the right-wing media is trying to say is the donations that people gave to Black Lives Matter went towards my spending. And that is categorically untrue and incredibly dangerous.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How dangerous could that be? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? I got to repost that on my Instagram. Categorically untrue and dangerous. I got to say that again. Hold up.
I have never taken a salary from the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I have
Global Network Foundation. I just showed George Soros Global fucking Network Foundation.
have never taken a salary from the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation.
Global.
And that's important because what the right-wing media is trying to say is the donations that people gave to Black Lives Matter went towards my spending. And that is categorically untrue and incredibly dangerous.
So you haven't taken a salary. So you're...
Nobody asked if she took a salary. Did you take some money? Press one. Hold up. Before we go into multiple BLM networking, whatever, forget the salary. Why?
At 12:15.
Yeah, it was 12:15. Exact. If I'm not mistaken, it was 12.
Now you see something? Now you see now. You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I have never taken a salary from the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation.
You took it. That's because you took it out the salary, and then 501(c)(3) giving salaries around here. Oh, why do you think black folks sitting on the couch chilling eating chicken wings is stupid? We're not stupid. We just pretend that we are. What type of language is this one? Salary. She don't moved out the ghetto and no. I'm being accused of the money has been used on my Birkin bags and my Cadillac trucks. Gee, this is my Birkin bag. You guys must be thinking $4 million that was operating out of the Global Black Lives Matter Foundation Fund came in. What was you doing before this? You damn right some of that money came up out of there. I ain't no fool. You wasn't doing nothing before this. Salary my ass. You all took it from the petty cash box. That's what you did. Give me that right there, that box, that big old U-Haul box right there. That's the petty cash right there. Give me this box. Just walk out with all the money.
Never taken a salary from the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. And that's important because what the right-wing media is trying to say is the donations that people gave to Black Lives Matter went towards my spending. And that is categorically untrue. And incredibly dangerous.
Who they come from?
So you haven't taken a salary. So your income that you use to make whatever purchases you've made have come from outside income. You've mentioned on your IG, and other people have talked about speeches, studio deals, book deals for your book when they call you a terrorist. Your income has not come from working directly with BLM, GM.
That's correct. I have never taken.
I have never taken anything. And I've never. And Papoose, could you come on here and rap for me so I can, so they can believe me? Can we get some rappers out here to make some bars up about how this is okay? Gee. Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. Somebody needs to do their research right now. Let me Google this shit real quick. Hold the fuck up. Black Lives, I'm gonna do this shit live. Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation Fund Grant. Oh, this is from George Soros and them. This is grant organization. Hold up. Wait, she said she never took a salary from George Soros. Wow. Because Tiffany Mallory taking a salary, didn't she take it? How much was it? Was her contract? Press 1. What was her contract? $100,000. Press 1. Black Lives Matter Global Network announces $6.5 million fund to supporting organized work. These are the same people who just came out and said they raised $4 million in the money. Oh, y'all caught. This is the same people. I got all this information already. It was founded is a global organization in the U.S., UK, and Canada whose mission is to eradicate white supremacy and build local power. How you going to eradicate white supremacy and allow Asians to beat you over the head while you patronize them? Y'all don't even shop with white people no more. So stop it. Oh my goodness. By combating and countering acts of violence, creating a space for black imagination and innovation. What? And centering black joy, we are winning immediate improvement. Oh my goodness. What? This is the same Black Lives Matter who raised $4 million here in Los Angeles. And this woman pops out of nowhere. Yes, you did. Press 1. You're caught. They're going to get you. Press 1, son of a bitch. They're going to get you. They're going to get you. I don't care about these little rappers who okay with this shit, who go spit a couple bars. They coming for y'all. That's why she up there talking. Imagination. We ain't got no time to imagine butterfly in the sky. I used to do imagination when I was watching and reading Rainbow. Y'all act like black imagination is cut off. Y'all living in a dream world. 424-209-9506. Let's listen to her again.
I have never taken a salary.
This is how these people talk in Topanga. Where's Saba at? Where's Saba? This is how they talk. She not even real black like that. That's an act. This is, oh, how are you? No, never. Why you thought she talk like a valley girl now? You think because she bought a home in Topanga in the fucking valley, she just turned into a valley girl? She was just Rashida and them with the little afro with the big old dot on her fucking head. Talking about what they better not do on phone them grave. Now she's never. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Never. The most annoying thing ever is females. The 40, 50-year-old ass little ass girl. Never. I will play stupid if I have to. I don't trust you, Democrat ass women. I'll never trust another. Democrat women is Jezebel. One. Bunch of Jezebel, gin-spirited, set-up artists, thieves, conniving thugs, and prostitutes who set niggas up. Coffee and Kush TV. I'm tired of all of you. San Diego in the motherfucking building. Speak your P.
This for everybody in the classroom. Get financial freedom. Go in the stock market.
Sir, you might worry about financial freedom right now. You sound like you working at Taco Bell right now, trying to give somebody, you sound like you making one of those Latino little fruit baskets, little fruit cups, and trying to tell me about stocks and bonds. You watching Brother Polite? You little Latinos out there watching Brother Polite, don't call my show. Fuck your financial brother being Snoop Dogg Bitcoin challenge. Fuck all that. Coffee and Kush TV. We in the building. When y'all can't talk, I realize that you can't even do this. Mind the fuck up. Careful. I'm tired of the manipulators. I'm tired of all of it. The Jezebels, the niggas that's acting like Jezebels, all of it. Lord have mercy. 424-209-9506. 9506. It's 2:40. I don't help y'all out today. Y'all about to be off work. Y'all, I don't help y'all today. You want to support the show? Go over to Cash App, Cash Tag. It's Gil's Gang. That was an explosive conversation we were just having. You know, it feel good to keep God first, G. These trolls don't know what to do. Shanetta don't know what to do. The infiltrators don't know what to do when I get on this level. Finding out who you are and that you're not African or none of that stuff, and you find out who the real traitors in our civilization is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these setup artists, a lot of this shit comes from the Democrat mindset. Old people in the industry. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm telling y'all, especially you YouTubers, especially Cali, y'all stay away from these people in the industry. Press 1. These people minds is gone. Their minds is gone. Stay away from them. I know it's hard sometimes because a lot of us, we grew up out in Cali, especially these hot areas, Atlanta, Texas. Y'all let these celebrities be themselves. Y'all let these hoes and these thoughts, y'all good men in the world, G, the good men, y'all start disciplining yourselves on how to protect yourself from these individuals, these Jezebel, succubus, narcissistic clans of wildebeests, piglets, warthogs. What else? What else could I call it? What else? I'm not sparing none. I'm not sparing none. Ho, thoughts, pedophiles, people who sleep with their kids, all that. I'm on y'all ass. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air? What up?
Hey, Kevin, Victoria.
Victoria, how are you? Blessings.
Doing fine. I wanted to let you know that I almost broke my TV last night because I didn't only just hear the interview, I seen it from beginning to end.
Which one? What interview?
The one that Patrice, the one you're listening to now, the one that Patrice Cup did on this. I was flipping to the TV and it came over to Black News Network hosted by Mark Lamont Hill. I watched
He's Black Lives Matter as well, right?
Of course,
okay.
Of course.
Okay, so we'll do a breakdown on that.
I watched it. I seen it with my own eyes. I don't even have social media stuff, but I watched it and I was like, I don't want to watch this, but I gotta watch this because I'm in college again at Carroll University, so I gotta watch this.
Yes.
So I was so glad when you just played it. I watched that lady just tell lies, but she also gave me a nugget. She literally did say global. And I was like, what? I was like, she said global. Oh my goodness. You neck and neck, you hand in hand with George Soros now. I didn't know that, and they got it down so bad, so good. They were saying BLMGN. I was like, what? Global Network. They were saying it like that, BLMGN, because he would ask a question.
So this is all what they're saying is Global Network.
Yes,
that's George
not saying
Soros.
They took it to another level. They took it to another level. It's not just BLM anymore. It's BLMGN now.
Global Network.
Yes, out in the open, saying it with pride. She was like, yes, I have 4 houses. She said, but you got to understand something. I have a child. I have a special mentally ill brother. I have a mother. And they all live in each of those houses.
What that mean?
I was like, this girl is lying. I said, this girl is lying.
But what that mean? What that mean that they live there? What that mean? That doesn't got nothing to do.
Nothing. It still was bought with that money. It still was bought with that.
What, you trying to tell black people that your mama live here is a weak excuse when it comes down to federal investigators?
Yes, I already put them in place. I was trying to tug on people's heart. I have a mentally ill a brother, and I have to take care of my family, and I don't care what people say. You just had a little smidget of it. That thing was an hour long. I hated to watch it, but I needed to watch it to hear it for myself out her mouth. I was like, oh my goodness, she already kind of set up to it.
Could you send it to me? I need to watch this.
Kev, I tried to. I even went on online to even try to find this. It was on my Spectrum, my cable network. I was like, what is this? I've never heard of Black. It's called Black News Network with Mark Lamont Hill. I did everything I possibly could to go online to see if they had anything online with it. I couldn't even find their website. Maybe you have better luck with it, but I really did try to do that so I could get it, email it to you, the show. But I was like, oh my goodness, I'm watching this mess and I can't even take it off that TV to get it to my phone and send it.
I think I found it.
That would be good. It's called Black News Network with Mark Lamont. It's an exclusive interview. The whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Anything else you want to get off your chest, young lady?
Yes, I am, and I would like to say I am tired of Black Lives Matter shenanigans too. Which that was our original question. Yes, sir. Yes. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of the division, and it's a lot of people that is woke that really know what's going on.
Right.
It's a lot of people who still don't.
Yes.
And that's just not good.
Well, that's why. But that's why the urban conservative. I'm trying to find the right dialogue to interconnect with our people, because even though they don't get it, I still want to be here to be a voice. I still want people to be able to call, man, we get it, and we want to welcome others who don't really get it, especially the communistic aspect, because they think white folks came up with these people are communists. No. I did this. We did this together. White folk, black folk, Cab, Gills, and whoever else who can recognize what the communistic movements is and socialism movements is in America. And it's okay that we was caught up in it a little early, but to come out of it is a blessing,
Yeah. But I think she took it to another demonic level when she talking about the global. I mean, with ease, she said it. With ease, it came out of her mouth. Global network. With ease. Not even, because she ain't got nobody to buck her. He with her. He ain't going to double back and ask her no questions. He going to let her say what she want to say. But I hope you find it, though. I really hope you find it, because I want you to see it for yourself.
I found it for myself. But now I want to make sure that I get the George Soros.
Got it. Yes, sir. Well, that's all I had to say, Kev. I'm glad you played that little clip. Now, I hope you get to see the whole. It was an exclusive interview, but yeah, that's what I seen last night.
So let me get to that. Thank you very much for the call, sister. Thank you, Victoria. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So they with the global initiatives. You see that? All offshoots and renaming of what? George Soros initiatives and his grants. When I told you that Tamika Mallory was contracted by George Soros, I knew what I did. Even though my views are low, I know that they don't want this snowball effect to happen. I deliver some of the most powerful media. Little do people know. It's a problem, because I'm the only black media that's going to tell it the way that it's supposed to be told. You may not agree with it. You may be in your feelings at first, but most of y'all people don't even support. Most of y'all ain't even students over here, so I can care less. My thing is to get my students, the people with that like button, and subscribe, and to get them the information, the people who really mess with me this way. Other than that, coming to find out that this is all George Soros shit, just like I said. Now, if I can find it, that's going to be good, because I want to get this initiative. I want to be able to show y'all Tamika Mallory's face again up here. There it is. I got it. It's the Open Society Foundation. That's what it is. This is a shame. So now we gotta go into linking all of these people together. She said she didn't get on salary, but she probably got back end money, hourly money. Salary is pretty like. Let's listen to this.
That's been the loudest protest chant in the last few years after the deaths of numerous black men and women. George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and now Dante Wright. Their deaths sparked protests all around the country, indeed around the world. The Black Lives Matter movement has inspired people to speak up for a race that has been disproportionately victimized and otherwise harmed by the police. But now, Draco, instrumental in the Black Lives Matter movement, is also the subject of a major controversy. Joining me right now for a Black News Tonight exclusive, Patrisse Cullors, the artist, the activist, the abolitionist, and of course the co-founder of Black Lives Matter.
The abolitionist, the Arthur, the what? Abolitionist? You know, damn abolitionist.
Joining me right now for a Black News Tonight exclusive, Patrisse Cullors, the artist, the activist, the abolitionist, and of course the co-founder of Black Lives Matter. Patrisse, welcome. Before we get into the discussion, I do want to get your thought on the recent death of Dante Wright. I want to continue to center, obviously, the lives and the losses we've had. What do you make of what's happened?
Firstly, I just want to send all of my love and care.
Who cares?
To Dante Wright's family. It's painful. It's disturbing. Anything Black Lives Matter Global Network can do for the family, we are here. And I also want to send a lot of love to Adam Toledo's family. Now that the video has been shared.
How you want to send love? How about you send love to the family that Adam Trujillo was shooting at? How about y'all send love there? The people who survived Adam's shooting. How about you send love there? Okay, black people, send your love to the black folk they were shooting at. Disgusted.
It's all really heartbreaking and incredibly disturbing that we are going through this again and again and again.
Absolutely. So I want to pivot to the reason why you're here. In the last few weeks, there have been stories that have become very prominent in the national media around you, and particularly around issues of spending, issues of income. Specifically, there were two stories that came out that talked about you purchasing homes. You reportedly purchased 4 homes, and we're looking even at another home. I believe in the Bahamas. There were conversations about how you spend money. And the stories also had a lot of innuendo about the source, the relationship between your money and your spending, and questions around BLM Global Movement's finances. So the first thing I want to do is talk about what's true that has been said and what has been untrue.
I want to start, thank you, Mark. I want to just start by saying something that's really important for people to hear.
What is that?
And that's, I have never taken a salary from the Black Lives Matter.
She is reading, you guys, from notes. Okay? She is reading. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see her reading. Press 1. See this woman reading.
I want to just start by saying something that.
Now watch her eyeball. Watch it go straight to the top where her teleprompter, her little cheap Amazon teleprompter is.
It's really important for.
There it is up there. You see it up there? It will be sitting right above my camera. It may y'all think I may be looking at this camera, but I'm looking slightly above at this little telecom prom thing right here with my little Galaxy S tablet or something big enough so I can read. I did not have sexual relation with that woman. Try that again. I did not have sexual relation with that woman. That type of shit. Coffee and Kush TV.
For people to hear. And that's, I have never taken a salary from the Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation.
What about a grant? What about a fucking grant? You ever take money from them? Idiot, fuck a salary. What about grant? What if they don't do grants? What if they don't do salaries? What if they do grants? You know, start a little trouble here. What if they do that?
And
What
that's important
Why?
because what the right-wing media is trying to say
What is it?
is the donations that people gave to Black Lives Matter went towards my spending.
Oh my God, I hate when our sisters think we stupid when they're fucking sitting up there with a Cocoa Puff sitting in the middle of their fucking forehead. You're not playing with me. Ain't no female with no goddamn Cocoa Puff sitting on her head finna tell me nothing. Kev,
And that is categorically untrue and incredibly dangerous.
Girl, that motherfucker Cocoa Puff on your forehead is incredibly dangerous. Nigga looking for a spoon right now. Coffee and Kush. These women out here today, boy.
So you haven't taken a salary.
Nothing.
So your income that you use to make whatever purchases you've made have come from outside income. You've mentioned on your IG, and other people have talked about speeches, studio deals, book deals for your book when they call you a terrorist. Your income has not come from working directly with...
Look, they call you a terrorist. A what? Wait a minute.
Speeches, studio deals, book deals for your book when they call you a terrorist. Your income has not come from working directly with BLM, GM.
That's correct. Yeah.
BLM, GM. Y'all being real shady with y'all words, Lamont Hill. You know what? That's why I'm bigger than y'all.
And so
I'm bigger than a news network. Y'all, we gonna build this conservative Coffee and Kush TV. The urban conservative is going to be bigger than Lamont Hill, goofy looking ass. You can bet your bottom dollar on that one. Lamont Hill has no testicles. Coffee and Kush TV. Look how he lets these people do this shit.
So much of all of my income comes directly from the work that I do. But I also want to say something, Mark, that feels really important.
What is it?
Organizers should get paid for the work that they do.
Oh my God. I'm dead, y'all. I'm fucking dead.
So
she pulled a Mason. Yeah, just go out and dress it like that. They got fucking Cocoa Puff forehead over here. Organizers need to get paid on what they do. These people.
Your income that you use to make whatever purchases you've made have come from outside income. You've mentioned on your IG, and other people have talked about speeches, studio deals, book deals for your book when they call you a terrorist. Your income has not come from working directly with BLM, GM.
That's correct. Yeah. I'm a college professor, first of all. I also am a TV producer, and I have had 2 book deals. My first book that came out was a New York Times bestseller. And I also have had a YouTube deal. And so much of all of my income.
A YouTube deal? What the fuck is a YouTube deal? Press 1. No, they didn't.
Bills. My first book that came out was a New York Times bestseller.
I fucking did.
And I also have had a YouTube deal. And so much of all of my income comes directly from the work that I do. But I also want to say something, Mark, that feels really important. Organizers should get paid for the work that they do. They should get paid a living wage. And the fact that the right-wing media is trying to create hysteria around my spending is frankly racist and sexist. And also, I want to name that many of us who end up investing in homes in the Black community often invest in homes to take care of their family. So homes that I bought directly support the people that I love and that I care about. I'm not renting them out in some Airbnb.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can I ask you, something just hit me. Never mind, I'll go to this. I believe this is Shaka Khan's people. And didn't Shaka Khan get deported back to Sweden? I believe Shaka Khan isn't even from America. She's from Sweden. Which one of these artists? I believe it was Shaka Khan, who's from Sweden. Riza Islam post on Instagram that he just made it to Shaka Khan's house. He said, I miss my auntie. So Shaka Khan's Riza's auntie, but he's also affiliated with the Khan. If she's a Khan, they're all Khans. Coffee and Kush TV, Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. And now I'm realizing that this, oh my goodness, that this Black Lives Matter thing network operates out of Sweden. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get back to that. That's fucking insane. We own it now. Sweden.
The operation.
Y'all need to start looking up Swedish black people. Stop thinking everybody is your people.
And you could speak to so many other Black people and Black women particularly that take care of their families, take care of their loved ones, especially when they're in a position to.
That's an important point because, again, when we look at the New York Post cover, the first thing they say is that you went on a spending
Swiss banks. I told y'all that was Swiss knocking off them Swiss banks and that Bitcoin shit. They was knocking that shit down.
Binge, right? Which is itself a kind
and they looking for a slush fund somewhere to throw this money.
Coded language. They say that you have these homes in California, there's a home in Atlanta, and that you were considering a home in a neighborhood where Tiger Woods was looking, or some other famous celebrity. So if I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying the 4 homes are true. It's true that you have those homes, but you're using them to support other family and people you care about.
That's exactly right. And I just want to make it really clear. I haven't been to the Bahamas since I was 15 years old on a dance trip when I danced on the Big Red Boat. So I don't know where that lie came from.
There's also a question, because you're right. The right-wing media has made certain critiques of you that you're spending and you're buying. And there's an argument to be made that this is absolutely about misogynoir. They don't want Black women to have anything. There's also a critique, though, from the left that would say, if you are a trained Marxist, if we're talking about a certain kind of radical politic, that extravagant homes of any sort or multiple properties of any sort is itself contradictory to the ideology that you hold. And so it's not about having money per se, but that it's about, or about property per se, but it's about there being a potential contradiction between your expressed politics and your lived practice.
Sure. And I think that is a critique that is wanting. And I say that because the way that I live my life is in direct support to Black people, including my Black family members, first and foremost.
Fucking Cocoa Puff with this goofy
so
shit.
Many Black folks who are able to invest in themselves and their community, they choose to invest in their family. And that's what I've chosen to do.
Oh my goodness.
I have a child. I have a brother that has severe mental illness that I take care of.
Oh my goodness.
I support my mother. And I support many other family members of mine. And so I see my money as not my own. I see it as my family's money.
So you buying mansions for your little retarded friends and shit. Press 1. You gonna walk around this community with this Cocoa Puff hanging off the top of your fucking forehead to say you buying a damn mansion for your disabled folk too? That don't make sense, family. I told y'all got to watch these people. Y'all really went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They really did. Oh, I don't believe it. They just think when they talk, we got to believe them as black men. I'm here to tell this woman that what she's doing is dangerous. They more than likely are going to already investigating you, already coming up with charges. All y'all. I'm going to just be 100. I'm not one of these niggas with tattoos all over their body and all over their face, brought up in a democratic and never going to make it out the hood, never going to challenge these women on nothing thought process. Nope. Sweden was the same place Donald Trump had to pardon ASAP Fergie from. That's exactly what he did. Googling Sweden, Black Lives Matter. First thing, Black Lives Matter receiving Human Rights Prize from Sweden. Let's see. Let's go to Sweden, guys. Let's go to Sweden. Press 1. I think it's time to go to Sweden, y'all. I think it's time to go to Sweden, guys. Black Lives Matter, Sweden. Oh my goodness. LGBT. Human Rights Prize? Black Lives Matter Foundation wins Swedish Human Rights. Oh, so these are Swedish blacks. $100,000 prize. 20 million people protested. This is all Sweden. Gotcha. What was the name of that place? What was the name of that global fund? What was the name of that Black Lives Matter global fund? Let's type in Sweden with that. Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation, Sweden. Let's go to WikiLink. Black Lives Matter Global Foundation is the centralized organization with multiple chapters based in various cities dedicated to organizing and continuing law. The organization formally has no leader, and most chapters act autonomously. Although the organization is often mistaken for other Black Lives Matter movements because it often slowly employs the phrase Black Lives Matter as it. This is a slush fund organization by the organization was funded by 3. Oh, y'all funded this. This is y'all fund. These are the people that created Black Lives Matter on top of the basic one. This is the corporate Black Lives Matter. And they've been spending the money on themselves and holding political statements. Oh, I'm going to read this. That's going to be good. I don't get why you removed my comment and put me on timeout. I was with you. I don't know, bro. I don't know, sir. I didn't put you on nothing. I'm focused on Global Network Foundation, Chris. I'm not worried about you or your little comment or nothing. Don't ask me nothing. Participate. I don't give a fuck about your chatting anyway, Chris. You call it in the first place. You shouldn't even be talking. Who the fuck is you? I don't care about your feeling. Don't be talking to me direct like I'm up here blocking you. I just blocked you now. I'm not worried about you. I'm on Black Lives Matter, Sweden and stuff. somewhere you should be instead of typing so much. You're not with me. Stop saying you with me. I'm by myself, G. Stop saying you with me. You're not with me. What's wrong with y'all, dude? You're not with me. I do this alone, G. You're not with me. I'm saying you with me. Y'all, you living in the fantasy. Just because you agree with me, I don't care about that. Call it in, G. Call it in. I'm trying to teach the people about doing some research. Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. That's new to me. That's all you need to be focused on. That's new to me. I hate when people come over here acting like I'm supposed to know them or care about why the computer blocked them or something. Now I blocked you. I don't care about you like that, dude. I'm worried about this information, and that's what you should be doing. Calling it in, doing research. Other than that, dude, stop trying to act like you know me and we friends or I'm your professor and you just, I never saw you before, Chris. Gotta go. Time to get back to what I do. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Well, I appreciate y'all. I've been online for a few hours. I think I've been online for 2 hours and 30 minutes. And the Open Society Foundation formed a global network of entities and programs. This is George Soros, y'all. Y'all, this is George Soros. And I feel sorry for them because now I'm realizing what Trump was against and why they was being called Marxists and why they are a threat. Because they're using the pain of black folk to overthrow the U.S. government. That's what Marxists do. And they're using the protections of being black when they're not even Americans. What's the nationality of these people? Lamont Hill can be Jamaican if you ask me. Haitian, of Haitian descent. I don't know. These people don't even look like us.
Talking about a certain kind of radical politic, that extravagant homes of any sort or multiple properties of any sort is itself contradictory to the ideology that you hold. And so it's not about having money per se, but that it's about, or about property per se, but it's about there being a potential contradiction between your expressed politics and your lived practice.
Sure. And I think that is a critique that is wanting. And I say that because the way that I live my life is a direct support to Black people, including my Black family members, first and foremost. And for so many Black folks who are able to invest in themselves and their community, they choose to invest in their family. And that's what I've chosen to do. I have a child, I have a brother that has severe mental illness that I take care of. I support my mother, and I support many other family members of mine. And so I see my money as not my own. I see it as my family's money as well.
Huh?
And I want to also
This is how you know y'all about to go to
Black
jail.
folks who
Look at this
are
shit.
able to
Properties of any sort is itself
This is Black
contradictory
Lives
to the
Matter.
ideology that you
Listen
hold.
to
So
this
it's not
shit.
about having money per se, but that it's about
Oh, it's all of
or
our
about
money.
property per se, but it's about there being a potential contradiction between your expressed politics and your lived practice.
Sure. And I think that is a critique that is wanting. And I say that because the way that I live my life is in direct support to Black people, including my Black family members, first and foremost. And for so many Black folks who are able to invest in themselves and their community, they choose to invest in their family. And that's what I've chosen to do. I have a child, I have a brother that has severe mental illness that I take care of. I support my mother, and I support many other family members of mine. And so I see my money as not my own. I see it as my family's money as well. And I want to also speak to Black Lives Matter and the money that we didn't necessarily raise, money that was given to us last summer. Mark, the minute we started, and I support many other family members of mine. And so I see my money as not my own. I see it as my family.
I don't see it as yours neither. I think it's money laundering going on.
Care of. I support my mother, and I support many other family members of mine. And so I see my money as not my own. I see it as my family's money as well. And I want to also speak to Black Lives Matter and the money that we didn't necessarily raise, money that
So how did you get it?
was given to us.
It was granted. Press 1. So they getting grant money on the corporate side, and unconditionally subgroups is getting GoFundMe, but they're using the same logo as the one you created. So there's a GoFundMe of 4 million here, and then there's an Open Society grant from your GN, wherever that is, that's on this end. So are we collecting? Are we? What the fuck? Y'all are getting donations here, but getting grant money here? Is that why this is a corporate? And oh my goodness.
Last summer. Mark, the minute we started to receive funding, I looked at my team and I said, we have
that dirty money getting washed in royalty statements is money laundering. Damn.
to get these dollars out the door. Now that Black Lives Matter has money, I looked at my team and I said, we have to get these dollars out the door. Now that Black Lives Matter last summer, Mark, the minute we started to receive funding, I looked at my team and I said, we have to get these dollars out the door last summer. Mark, the minute we started to receive funding, I looked at my team and I said, we have to get these dollars out the door last summer. Mark, the minute we started to receive funding, I looked at my team and I said, we have to get these dollars out the door last summer. Mark, the minute we started to receive funding, I looked at my team and I said, we have to get these dollars out the door last summer. Mark, the minute we started to receive funding, I looked at my team and I said, we have to get these dollars out the door last summer. Mark, the minute we started to receive funding, I looked at my team and I said, we have to get these dollars out the door. Black Lives Matter and the money that we didn't necessarily raise, money that was given to us last summer.
Y'all go to jail.
Mark, the minute we started to receive funding, I looked at my team and I said, we have to get these dollars out the door. Now that Black Lives Matter has money, we have to be a grant-making body as well.
As well as what?
As a think tank, act tank, and an amplifier.
And my goodness.
Funding severe mental illness that I take care of.
I'm so good.
I support my mother.
I'm so good at what I do.
Many other family members of mine. And so, I
good.
see my money as not my own.
I see it as,
my family's
That's
money
right.
as well.
It's sweet.
And I want to also
Shaka
speak
Khan.
to Black Lives Matter and the money that we didn't necessarily raise, money that was given to us last summer. Mark, the minute we started to receive funding,
what did you do?
I looked at my team and I said, we have to get these dollars out the door.
No.
Now that last summer.
I can't believe she said
Mark,
that.
the minute
I know a lot of y'all Democrat babies were raised by no one, but that was the dumbest thing you can say in reality. You know how some of y'all people live in a fucking dream world and you want it to go as much as you scream up this ghetto shit. You never know why you're going to jail or nothing. You just want to fucking be loud. This is why. You just talk too fucking much. You just talk way too much.
To receive funding, I looked at my team and I said, we have to get these dollars out the door.
What dollars she got to get out the door? The donations dollars. That's not even their money, y'all. That's money that's supposed to be going to the kids, the parents who lost kids, Trayvon Martin people, all these people because they was getting donations while they was applied for and thought they can do that until they got because they was moving fast, but then they had to go get rid of what? Did they return that money? No, they got to get that money out the door.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
At 12, 15.
Yeah, it was 12, 15. Exactly. If I'm not mistaken, it was
Now
12.
you see something? Now you see now. You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
I
See what I'm saying?
I thought.
No, so, you know what I'm saying? That you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
Yeah.
No, you done fucked up, don't you? No, don't you?
Coffee and Kush TV. They about to audit their ass. They need a full audit of Black Lives Matter, the corporation, to take her statements right there. What she did, they finna fuck y'all up. Bro. I know exactly what she said.
We started to receive funding. I looked at my team and I said, we have to get these dollars out the door.
We got to spend
now
this
that
shit.
Black Lives Matter has money.
We getting this grant
have to
money.
Be a grant making body as well
a grant making body from
acting
George Soros.
An amplifier. And so so much of the work that BLM specifically has done has been reinvesting into Black communities. We launched a survival fund where we gave nearly $3 million to 1,000 Black folks across the country. We have committed to survival fund where we launched a survival fund where we gave nearly $3 million to 1,000 Black folks across the country. We have
Wait. $3 million to 1,000 Black families across the country. Is that what Trade the Truth is doing? Giving $1,000? Y'all trying to clean this shit up? What did y'all do? 1,000? Wait a minute. It's y'all in trouble.
To 1,000 Black folks across the country. We have committed to $27 million to Black-led organizations across the country.
You said you started this.
We have committed to $27 million to Black.
You see, Trade the Truth going inside of these courtrooms, and then he's giving away thousands of dollars to media. I don't believe this shit.
Led organizations, not just our chapters, across the country. That is like a quarter of our budget is going back into the community. And then also, we have to build an organization.
Wait a minute. That didn't account for the money. Y'all raised $3 million. I told y'all it was $3.5 million that was raised, and she trying to come up with an alternative. I saw the damn GoFundMe. Y'all don't know why she keep bringing up $3 million. Her homes cost what? She trying to make up something to find out what to do with this damn money.
Country, that is like a quarter of our budget is going back into the community.
What else you do with it?
And then also, we have to build an organization. It's the first time we've ever had real dollars, and we have to build a Black institution that can challenge policing, that can take care of Black communities. The whole point of these articles and these recent attacks against me are to discredit me, but also to discredit the movement.
You discredited the movement, Cocoa Puff.
And we have to stay focused.
We are on that Cocoa Puff sitting on the top of your forehead as you try to deceive me with your eyelashes, with your braids, with your fake smile, that little weak ass makeup. I know what y'all look like for real. I don't believe you.
We have to stay focused on white supremacy.
I'm not staying focused on no damn white supremacy. I'm staying focused on that Cocoa Puff and what come out your mouth.
I am not a white supremacist. I am not a tech billionaire. I am not the Catholic Church.
What that got? What? Wait, are you a tech billionaire? How does she name the Jesuits? How does she name the tech billionaires, Asia? How did she name the Catholics? Why? Why did she go there? That's the spirit that's in her. She just told on herself.
White supremacist. I am not a tech billionaire.
Yeah.
I am not the Catholic Church acquiring land everywhere.
Oh, yes, you are. Oh,
I am
oh, yes, you are. They laundering money, tech billionaire. She just
church acquiring land everywhere. I am
like, where are you getting this money from? Swedish banks. This one and that one. Buying land there. They got
a
y'all.
Single Black woman who is supporting my family and supporting my community. And I want to continue to do that. And I need to be able to do that. And I need people to see through the lies.
You've talked about funding and receiving funding and how the money's being distributed. And we're going to go there because for every right-wing criticism there is of BLM and of you, there are also criticisms from within the movement that we also want to take seriously.
Hey y'all, she told on the big tech companies. She told on the church. She said I'm over here laundering money. I'm not them. This ain't even my money. I don't know what to do. What is she doing? I thought she was good. No, bro. You know how blacks get. They get that pressure. They start busting them. Pressure bust pipes. Shine bright like a diamond.
That I am going to bring up after the break. But before we get there, I want to talk about you. Because when you
told on everybody
of the New York Post or you look on the internet and people are posting these homes and people are showing where you live, they're not just making you
Look at this. I want y'all to know she didn't just move there just like I said. This woman got a 818 tattoo on her chest. Press 1. People in California, Los Angeles. What the fuck is 818? What the fuck is 818? Let me bring this up. That's the Valley. That's Topanga. So you went and got Topanga tattoos on the same day you bought the house? What'd that say on her chest? What'd that say on her chest? 818. 818. Black folk in Cali. Where the fuck is 818? Topanga. The Valley. What was my address? Not address. What was my phone number? Last phone number I had. 818. Topanga. You see? You see B from Ohio. You see why they want me bad, G? You see why they want me bad, G? That nigga Kev figuring it out on the go, on the fly, G. On the fly, G. You see why I be having hell in my house, G? Nigga, cause I be too close to the truth, G. I'm well beyond that psychological shit. You feel me? Kev Rowe. And I'm telling y'all, the people who doing this, they're gonna burn. They're gonna burn because I'm spitting nothing but the truth. And you come against me, and especially in my real life, God got his vengeance on y'all. He got Kev figuring it out. He gonna see these little tattoos. He gonna figure out who is who. There it is there. They 818 people. They from out there. They from the Valley. Yeah, bro, I'm from 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323. 323
a site of critique, they're also making you a target. In real life, people can find you. How do you make sense of that piece of it? What some would call, I think you even called it doxing.
Yeah. Sorry.
They can charge you anyway. They can find me. Shit. They can find me. Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What up?
Hi, this is Lee.
What's up with you?
Well, these people are children of elites that have been in nonprofit and philanthropy institutions for decades and colleges. They have had grants to go to school. They have worked in these institutions. They have collected salaries. And now they're shifted to corporate salaries. Corporations are housing them. I worked with a large retail corporate and worked with a woman who was married to an African athlete.
Yes.
And when I looked up his name, his father was a president of a country.
Mm.
And he took over the country as a communist. When you look at the corporate directory, there were almost 30 people employed with the same last name.
Same last names, same everything.
Yeah. So they shifted from being hosted by nonprofits and colleges and foundations to plugging into corporations. Why? Because for decades, corporations have, everybody knows, have leveraged countries for cheap labor. And people don't talk about it, but countries are destabilized by these presidents.
That's right.
These presidents go in and they oust, using the military, they oust the existing president.
Yes.
Who may have been taking advantage as well. But the people are uneducated. The people will live in poverty under communism. So while they're here talking about how they're trained communists, yeah, your mommy and daddy taught you to be communist.
Wow.
And you were formally trained by whoever has you here.
That's right. And we got to protect our communities from communists.
We sure do.
Yes, ma'am.
Because if you have conversations, I try to have conversations with people. They talk about destabilizing your community.
That's right.
They talk about fixing problems. Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
And I was looking up a documentary I showed my audience a couple months back. There's actually in the Communist Manifesto, there's about 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 destabilizing things. It's a process that communist countries all have to do to destabilize a nation. And I was telling my audience how important it was, and here you are today saying the same thing, that these people are sent and controlled to destabilize whole nations to install a Joe Biden or whoever they want in there. Go ahead.
That's it. I found my way to college, and when I found my way to college, I found out about feminism.
Feminism.
What I wanted, feminism.
Go ahead.
I worked at a college, and it had a huge feminist program. So I took some classes there. I took some classes also in film. And the theory that I hear people spewing today is the same theory I heard back then. And being a black woman, the leadership did not want me to talk and hang around with the younger feminists or early feminists. White, international young women, most of whom didn't come from the United States. They were brought here and they were training in feminism. And the theory was largely about men in general. But my thing was I I wanted to understand a black theory. I wanted to understand what is the theory of black people's lives in being oppressed in this country. And there was none of that. The white women who taught it still operated as wealthy white women.
Yes.
They had husbands.
That's right. But they taught to
They had
destabilize
children.
the black family. These are the daughters of the Confederacy here who taught the black women.
Exactly.
This is what I talk about. These are the daughters of the Confederacy who taught their kids and taught black women how to destabilize their own homes and what was accepted and what wasn't to be at a certain level. Go ahead.
Population control and the whole 9 yards.
That's right.
The solution to your problem is to get a good job, not have any children, and stay away from men.
That's right.
But they leave work early to go home to their husbands.
That's right.
And their sons and daughters.
But you're supposed to be independent, go to the birth control center, forget them, you don't need no man. But they go home to their worthless man.
Take the long route. You go to college. Don't have any children, go to college. Don't have a husband, go to college. Take as long as it will take you without an income to finish school. And by that time, they won't have to worry about children.
That's right.
And when you get a job, you'll take the lower role at the lower salary. So for all of their feminism, you don't plug into the equality they say they're fighting for.
Mm-hmm.
That is not for you. So yeah, it is systemic. That is what it is.
Yes, ma'am. And then it's a trip. I seen your reaction to the daughters of the Confederacy. You know a little something about that, do you?
I do, because I worked with them. I worked in nonprofit for 10 years.
Okay.
And I've worked with rich Texan wives who worked for organizations who said that they were giving to the poor, and they were giving suitcases to the homeless. That was their solution.
Oh my!
And they were saying things to me like, we just started giving jobs to poor white women. Okay, I learned a lot about these women working with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that our problem is that we stayed out of corporate America. We should have been in corporate America in numbers. Not everybody can work there, but by staying away, we miss really understanding what people have for us. We really did.
Yeah. And that's what I think the same thing too. I think we should be there. We should have stayed there and gotten a better sense of idea about politics, the corporate world, everything around, so we can grow as a nation. That's what what foreigners do.
Well, Asians stayed in specific roles, and they built their community, and that's how they have more wealth than whites right now.
Yeah.
Is that they built in New York, if you go to Chinatown, Asians didn't limit themselves to the professions that they had or to being entrepreneurs.
That's right.
And they have a full method, almost as good as a religion, on how to sustain your family, how to make money. And there are no limits there.
That's right.
And no limitations.
And they don't listen to outside propaganda that's family destructive against their own people. They just don't do it.
They don't. They don't listen to propaganda. They will feed you propaganda.
Yeah, but they ain't finna listen to you killing the family and robbing the family and doing political scams and gonna kill the next one. They're not listening to that shit.
No. But they shifted. I know in New York, if you went to Flushing, you would find Asian police officers. You would find everyone And I realized this even in New Orleans after the levee. The Vietnamese, they in their community take on the roles they need to sustain an independent community. So if they need police officers, if they need bankers, if they need whatever role a community needs to be independent, they will fill those roles.
Yeah.
They will have those roles in the community.
Right.
And that means you can't just choose to be a police officer. That means you have to plug into that system.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the wise words and the knowledge, because we need to hear that, especially when you're dealing with the Confederacy. We heard that in the Word, and now we're hearing it from you. And you know a lot about history. You've been through it, so I really thank you for that.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you, young lady. Can't do nothing but respect that. Coffee and Kush TV. We got any more callers? Let me see. Let's get back to this.
Getting emotional. I've spent the last week.
Your opinion matters. We reward you for it. Survey Junkie pays out over $1 million
a
week. With
I'm so tired of the fake shit. Press 1. You start asking Black Lives Matter something, and they start crying. I ain't got time for this shit. I'm fed up with the malarkey. Let's listen.
Target. In real life, people can find you. How do you make sense of that piece of it? What some would call, I think you even called it doxing.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. I've spent the last week with security and these articles have shown the homes that I live in and that my family lives in, and everybody's been like, well, is there an address? But you don't need an address, because you can reverse image the images and pull up my address and then that my family lives in. These articles have shown the homes that I live in and that my family lives in, and everybody's been like, well,
ma'am, Black Lives Matter is attacking white people at their house, where all the black people is pulling up to these white people's house. Press 1. And you up here crying, talking about they gonna know my address, when Black Lives Matter is pulling up to people's homes, talking about we here now. We here now. What is this? That's what y'all do? I'm so tired of these. I'm so tired of these fucking folks.
Shown the homes that I live in and that my family lives in, and everybody's been like, well, is there an address? But
oh, I swear to God, I wish. You're not supposed to swear to God. I promise y'all, I wish that I had a warthog snorting sound bite, just like that one. I'm gonna get the warthog.
Shame.
Because that's what y'all tears.
Shame.
That's what y'all tears and snorkeling remind me of. Just a warthog. Yeah. That's how y'all don't sound like y'all women crying to me. I think it's a bunch of piglets and warthogs, Karens and Rashidas around here tripping, fold now. And we're gonna get that. Never mind. We're gonna get that off your forehead. We're gonna get that shit off your forehead. We're gonna have a surgery.
You don't need an address, because you can reverse image the images and pull up my address. And so I've not just been a target of the right and white supremacists in this moment, but obviously since the beginning of when I started Black Lives Matter, I've been a target. And these folks have created a much dangerous situation for me and my family. It's very serious.
Every time we about to, man, what's this? Oh, y'all asking me questions, too many questions, guys. Oh man, stop it. Stop it.
And do you see this as largely coming from the right, or do you think this is coming from other elements as well?
I think there are, as you said, there are some grounded critiques of me and BLM, and I take those grounded critiques very seriously. And then there's some critiques, even if it's not from the right, grounded in more white supremacy and misogynoir. And
misogynistic. Ma'am, I am an Afro-American man from South Los Angeles. Enough of this white supremacy, male chauvinistic personality disorder that y'all suffering from. It's a bunch of socialist, mind-controlled junkies.
That's just where we live right now. It's hard building movements. It's hard building Black-led institutions. We are doing something that many people haven't done, Black women at the forefront. That is hard to comprehend. That's hard
No, it is not. What are you talking? You ain't the first and you ain't the last. In fact, y'all the most destructive. Black Lives Matter, Lamont Hill, and this propaganda machine is the most destructive force toward Afro-American, not Swedish, not German, not Black, Australian, Afro-Americans, not Jamaican. Now, none of these other things that's out here. Y'all are the worst and most dangerous things pointed at us. You're worse than white supremacy. You're Black supremacy.
Understand. But I promise you that what I have done with what other BLM leaders have done in the organization, and what we're trying to do is get Black people free.
That's funny to them. Get Black people free. Black people are free. Get Black people free. And that's funny. Let's listen again.
What I have done with what other BLM leaders have done in the organization, and what we're trying to do is get Black people free.
Get Black people free. Man, where in your Black Lives Matter movement is the Black man, the Black family, man, woman, and child provided for? I'll wait. Really, I won't. Really, I won't. Because I know it's not there. Tears ain't even build up in the wells of her eyes. Ain't a D-Jack? Did nothing happen. She over there like this one. Ain't no tears in there. You don't know how to act, boo-boo. That's not real. And even if your ass did, I will be still paying attention to that Cocoa Puff sitting on the middle of your goddamn forehead. Press one. I can't even watch your tears because I'm too busy looking at the Cocoa Puffs. Careful. And Lamont Hill, if you don't go sit your dumb ass down.
That's what we're trying to do. And we're going to make mistakes. We're going to stumble. But I need the community. We need the community to lift us up.
No, we need the Son of Man to be lifted up. Press one. Y'all been lifted up long enough and you ain't did no healing. God don't want you to lift Black Lives Matter up. He wants you to lift the Son of Man up. Press one. God does not want you to lift them up. They lifted themselves, and just like Ezekiel say, they've taken care of their own. They have not attended to the flock by saying we make mistakes. You ain't making no mistake buying that $1.5 million home. Press one. On 4 of them, you ain't made no mistake there. You ain't made no mistake when you told your mama to move in and your little cousins and your little family, and this is all our money. You ain't made no mistake then, but y'all gonna make a few stumbling blocks. I bet you got a nice car and didn't make no mistake to get that motherfucker. I bet you all the money was in there for you to get that bitch. All the I's was dotted and all the T's was crossed when it's time for you to get yours. When it's time for accountability in the damn Black community, we gonna make mistakes. We don't want to hear no excuses. First, we need a full-blown edit of the BLM Mason and Tamika Mallory. Press one. We need a full-fledged edit. You feel me? You see, when you don't know the word of God, demons of the world will come in and deceive you. But now that we're a little more grounded, we may not know the word, but we do know foreign nations don't gathered up and conspired through a confederacy against you. We're a little closer to home. Just hold on. We're going home. You feel me? Just one more. That's all. A lot of people be thinking I'm rambling, but for my students, they know where we going. You feel me? It's all here. Ask Cocoa Puff.
so that we can be accountable in a principled way. And
you know, you're going to be accountable in a principled way. Your ass is accountable right now. Tell somebody from BLM, stop watching my show and come hire me. I will lead the Black Lives Matter. I will not cower behind an anchor desk like Lamont Hill. I will not allow these three LGBTYP ass women to gain control of the black power structure in America and gain. They're not even, they're gaining sympathy in dollars, but they're using the dollars on goddamn homes. And then they're going to sit up here and cry. You don't cry. They going to know where I live at. These black people ain't even do nothing to you, Tamika. Why Black Lives Matter didn't say that when them white people was sitting out drinking that lemonade and y'all walked up to them old white people and took their lemonade and just drunk it? You didn't give a shit. You didn't care. And Lamont Hill thinks women can have babies on their own. He's an idiot.
But I need the community. We need the community to lift us up.
No.
So that we can be accountable in a principled way.
No, you accountable before you spend the money. Press 1 in a principled way. In a principled way. You are supposed to cut. That's why you don't let these people do men's job. A man knows that he's accountable when he comes into the position. Press 1. A man knows he's accountable. A black man knows he's accountable. He on a short. He don't got tears. Black man can't wear the makeup. Don't get the sympathy. You got one shot to get this shit right. And do it right. We don't got it like that. Y'all with these tears and I see exactly through these different women liberation groups and their little speakers. And when a young lady just called in and talked about trained Marxists and this feminine group and communism, why you think Tamika Mallory was what? She was with the women's group first. Press 1. Then she came to the Black Lives Matter group and got the sponsorship. So these are feminists. And feminists is LGBT. Narcissistic folk. This is them. I don't care that they black. Take that makeup off, and I guarantee you won't believe them as much. Tell them to take the makeup off. Tell them to take the sideshow clown makeup off, and I guarantee you won't. I don't wear makeup. I'm not Lamont Hill. You ain't finna come patch me down. I want full-fledged gritty when I come around. Fresh. All this other stuff, being nostril down and putting on y'all best looks and fake crying and making sure the light hits you from here to be perceived a little skinnier, that's called unconfident. Coffee and Kush TV, 424. Anybody else calling up here? I'm up out of here. Coffee and Kush TV. Thank y'all for tuning into the show. I gotta give me some smoke. And as always, family, I hope I'll be able to come back for a conspiracy night. Black Lives Matter, I think we're tired of, but damn, for her to come up on this show and do this, y'all should be already waking up. Y'all should be looking at Trader Truth, Mason, Tamika Mallory, Black Lives Matter as COINTELPRO.